Ah, verdad que la otra vez me habían fideado esta cuenta, ¿no?
Por ejemplo, mira, yo hago tiempo, Gulacho, o sea, te lo digo porque, o sea, estamos en Discord, ¿no? Yo hago tiempo así, ¿verdad? Hueve un poquito. De ahí me pongo ya intenso. Estoy un poquito lag, no sé por
¿A
qué.
qué fue con Gamer?
Ay, no me hables de ese muchacho, ya no la veo hace tiempo. Espérate. Am, yo estoy en stream, ¿no?
No me hables de esa muchacha.
No quiero saber nada de nadie, loco. Mis streams y mi comunidad es todo. Ahí está. Vamos a hacer Dota. Vamos con
Gamer,
todo.
no, dice, ¿ah?
Habla
Se
bien.
acaba de prender.
Ta madre. Chao.
Con Gamer me entretengo más que con Miller, dice
¿Demo?
Desmo Dechi.
Sí, Desmo. Bien que se crea
Ya me
cuentas para
cagaste,
estar en mi stream.
riquísimo.
Y Desmo casa sola. Oye, si juegan, oye, juegan bien, papi. No te confíes, ¿ah?
Dice que no la conoces tanto. Tanto a la Gamer, a la sensual Gamer, dice, ¿ah?
Te estaba hablando de Magic Games porque hoy día justo estaba en su stream. Qué buena flaca, o sea, me refiero a buenas vibras. Un poquito lag, no sé por qué. Ulacho, estoy moderado, hazme el Dota, rey, ¿eh? Anda, qué pica. Alina,
Ese Desmo, la muerte, oh.
¿qué dice? ¿Qué dice? Voy a
Dice
testar.
que Gamerón.
Aún digna de
Ah,
padre,
papi.
sin miedo, no voy a sobrevivir y llamarse mí y se apellidate. O sea, dile que a veces yo no doy party porque yo soy el que me siento apestando, o sea, no por ello. O sea, no doy party, pero por eso, porque los voy a cagar. Como almayina. ¿Cómo va tu línea? Hola, chongo. ¿La? Concentrado el Willy.
Puta, ese Slarda me llega a la Gampi, oh. Esa hueá no la tengo que perder ni cagando. Me ha tecleado porque simplemente metí una mala lanza, oh. Y ahora que le meto una lanza a la torre, se muere y dice que tiene que filiar, bro.
Bienvenido a @voz Smile.
Hola, vocecito, ¿cómo estás?
Rótate un chamaco, pues
Ah,
mi
ya he
rey puede
aprendido,
ser.
ya.
Sí, pero me das 10 minutos. Voy para allá, pero dame 10, please. Tengo un problema con mi tabulador. Ahora voy, Rey. Bien, Tilín. ¿Oye, qué? Lo vi todo.
Hasta el otro lado, ¿ya? Te pegas y va.
Lo vi todo, papi. Tiene verdad, pero al caldo, ¿ah?
Ya, era pecados, ese para seguir haciéndome chistes, pero
¡Ah!
chistes.
Ahí viene su marido, me voy, ¿ah? Tengo Helen, por si acaso. Vale. ¿Qué? Oh my god.
Seguro que tenemos un son.
¿Por qué le he metido ulti, weón? Rey, ¿qué haces? Pero... ¿qué te pasa? ¿Te hueviaste? Gallina. ¿Estás ahí, Rey? Te había salvado y te has muerto. Ah, esa gallina está abajo, huilacho. Ah, por si acaso tenemos un carry bajo, mano. Paso.
Acá arriba ya, ¿no?
Sí, mano.
Sí, sí, sí.
Mar, ya tienes 6, métele pecados, o sea.
Levelea, farmea. Ah, de este mal bien.
The enemy attacks your middle tower.
Oye, qué basura, ¿no? Que saque de calato Battle Fury, ¿no? Sin ganar línea.
El 6.
Bottom is missing.
metió ulti al clip, weón.
Consider thyself purified.
Dale. Métele el...
A ver, Desmo, ¿en qué estás, pe, Desmo? Desmodechi. Dale tu vara a Miller Divine, pues.
The diaglyph is now active. Roshan has fallen to the Radiant. Radiant structures are fortified. Your top tower is under attack.
Estoy yendo, clávalo.
Arriba podía morir Willy.
Pues métele.
No sé por qué.
¿Por qué fue?
Confié en tu coliseo, mano. Ni siquiera vi porque sabía que eras Huilacho. O sea, sabía que eras tú.
No, es que he metido para
Me
matarle
confié. Me hubieras dicho, rey. Así nomás me hubieras
al
dicho.
otro.
Así, cliqueame esto y ya, yo ya no entro así, pe, mano. Sorry, también no te dije. ¿Qué comunicación? No es que soy idiota yo. Es comunicación.
You must earn your
Hago medio.
Vos pones el.
Vale.
the enemy's bottom tower has
En 30 me echas de nuevo, te van a poder cazar, ten cuidado, Never, te van... No hay mapa. Están farmeando, Willacho, y ahora... Vale.
Yo necesito mi shard y go. Yo ya tengo mi shard ya.
Ok.
Tengo mi shard, ahora BKB. Go. No me hizo nada de daño.
Dale, Lorena.
Ayer era que se la chupes. ¿Qué haces, Layo, mi rey?
Ay, ay, ay.
Radiant have fortified
Se me chispoteó.
against attack.
Vale, vale, esa risa me gusta, papi. Diviértete nomás. Por eso vamos a ganar, Gulecho, porque nuestro team está divertido. Uy, no. Ya está, ya. Bien, bien, bien.
Oh, qué bruto eres, weón. ¿Por qué no empalaste, weón? ¿Qué esperaste? ¿Que se vaya?
Oye, no te escuchan, por si acaso, Gulecho.
Si no,
¿Qué? ¿Qué? ¿Quién es Tilín? ¿Qué? Qué raro. No sale tu micro.
The enemy's top tower brought to ruin. Of the old.
Ese pájaro. Puta recibí.
Vete, vete.
Maná, ¿estás maná? ¿Das maná?
No
Dice
tengo.
maná, metería con
¿Mango?
tío.
Sí, tenía mango, pero lo usé.
pasó. ¿Ahora qué pasó?
A legend interrupted.
Con daga, usa con daga. Me pegues. Spirits.
Esta madre con una mano, Gulecho. Reflejo del legendario Super Saiyan. Pero son telas, pero.
Ay, puta madre, iba a activar mi huevada esa. O sea, mi Clarity, huevón.
Decir, aprovechen la ventaja, ganen chicos. Es lo único que diferencia de niveles altos a niveles bajos. Si haces esa diferencia ahorita,
Ayuda, pe, que así.
Allá no tiene ulti. ¿Te has comprado?
sí.
Of course.
Estás hacia mí, huevón.
Con tu coliseo los chapas a todos, hace rampage. Tengo huevo. Van a querer salir. ¿Lo viste? Chúpale todo.
Sí. No tengo más nada.
Va. Sacrifícate, Lion. Ah, míralo.
Tenía para poner más antes, pero...
Sí, le tenía para poner, pero es bajo, pero no.
Death transfigures once again. Your middle tower is under attack. Dire structures are fortified. Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower has fallen. An equal bounty must be claimed. Battered but unbroken. Illusion! Is under attack.
Andará quiteado.
Regeneration! The true
A wyvern's wisdom is not to be questioned.
mine.
Immortality.
Tiene un smoke. Ayúdame. Mayina está hueveando, Mayina, de una vez. Mayina quiere sacar 20 y se puta madre.
Thou art. The enemy's bottom tower is gone.
Sepárense, si...
The enemy's top tower falls to oblivion.
Esto, peón.
Si no quieres tener 8 ítems, puta madre, para acabar. ¿No? A ver, la puta madre, métete, causa. Iniciar, yo voy a iniciar. Párate atrás, párate atrás. Párate atrás. Párate atrás. Yo voy a entrar. ¿Qué puedes hacer? Puta madre. Atrás, párate atrás, yo voy a tanquear.
El gran Huilacho.
Huila chuscosor.
Huilacho Cazar. ¿Qué fue, Wilacho? ¿En qué
¿Un
estás?
Dota más o ya te mueres?
Yo normal. ¿Tú? ¿Tú cómo estás?
Dame un minuto, quiero comer mi pan.
Ya. Ok, ok.
Al toque no me va a hacer.
Vale, vale, vale.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Bienvenido a @Wilacho Smile. Vivo.
¿Cómo sabes que tiene 0 viewers? Si entrabas tenía 1. Me acabo de secar mi media lata, ¿oh? No, mi lata entera, ¿oh? Mi lata enterísima, ¿oh?
Bienvenido a @DesmoSmile.
Me sequé mi botellita enterísima, ¿oh? Hoy Desmo de miércoles, Dotas. A jugar Desmodechi. Ya, último Dota.
Make your band. 5 seconds remain.
La abuela será pe.
10 seconds. 5 seconds. It is your turn to pick.
Ya, última dotita. Offlaner, huela.
Casi quedó Hatton, ¿qué fue?
Uf. Última, con todo, con todo. ¿Qué ha pasado? ¿Desde qué horas estás en stream?
Sí, al menos el mío sí. ¿Desde qué hora estoy? A ver. $16, localazo, localidad.
Haciendo ahorita.
O sea,
Haciendo
estoy
ahorita con Willacho.
desde el mediodía casi de ayer. No más.
Sí, sí, sino que como yo también te miro que a veces hablas con streamers, entonces como que quería tus técnicas, mi rey, porque My Games recién sabe de mi existencia, pero creo que está soltera. Muy guapa la chica. Ajá.
Well,
No.
that's one way to do it.
Already moving.
Ese invoque creo que hemos jugado hace un rato.
The look on your face.
No, no es.
Oh yeah, this is totally in the bag.
30 seconds and counting.
El Miller se va a pasar 16 horas con 0 viewers. La caga. Ay, si se va el Sky, ñofizazo, ¿ah? Cuando aprende Desmo de Chi.
As the arrow flies. I go. Of course. Attack! You catch my point? Ah! On it.
First blood.
First blood. At them. Ah! Like the wind. You've got my wind up. I'm way ahead. My feet fly. Easy breezy. What the hell?
Queda un minuto.
Hola, desmito. Creo que ya fue el Dota, ¿ah? ¿Qué pasó? Pitió, ¿no?
I run like the wind.
Ah.
I gust onward. On my way. Oh! Off like the wind. Already moving.
Ah.
O fuentes son.
Sí, mi king.
Yo sí estoy fuentes ya. Yo sí estoy
Bienvenido a arroba la tienes Kiro
fuentesazo.
Smile.
Yo sí estoy fuentes son. Yo sí estoy fuentes son.
Ya, huelechita, no te preocupes.
Fuente ovejuna.
Descansa y te veo más tarde. Oh my god. ¿Tú fuiste, huelechito? ¿El hosting? Oh, mi king se quedó jatazo. Se nota que está jatazo. Quiero se despidió, se fue jato. Gracias por la raid, papá. Un gatito dice mucho, hermano. ¿Verdad? Pero... jugar solo. No sé si tengo tantas
Jajaja, no
ganas.
estaba lastiteando nada bien carita riéndose.
No, es el sueño, la hora. Obvio, mano, son 16 horas. Ya es malo, 16 horas, mi king.
A lot that would have really undercut the supports on Tundra's side and also been good against the course.
Yeah, though, Spirit Breaker is still a very splendid hero. I'm sure people in the Western scene.
And versus Pango.
Yeah.
Tundra played it in the Gamers Without Borders tournament right before this. Actually, even mid, his first rotation didn't work out, but other than that, he just really did amazing in that game.
5 seconds.
I believe they picked it against a PA so that he could go around pressuring.
Oh yeah, he's good against PA.
Yeah, the value of the Shard and Spirit Breaker is still probably one of the reasons why it should be picked a little bit more with the break, additional damage. They go for a tiny.
Okay, so that'll be 9. 9 will be playing that. But that's so it still could be a 3 or a 4 Doom. Still flat, but we're not sure which one it could be because of them.
¿A qué hora juega Thunderbolt
20
Papi?
games, played 30% win rate at the tournament. Isn't doing too hot.
Have they been playing him carry or mid in general?
Often it's mid support so far at the tournament.
He can lead things off, gives him another tanky frontliner, which pairs so well with Grimstroke anyways. It's kind of like the formula that works well. by MKB. They're gonna have some true strike issues there.
Later down the line.
They have magic damage with Tiny, but it's that plus Grim. Like that's the one pick that I don't like. That Spirit was really effective with. The PA looks good here.
I think Spirit's pretty happy where even if they do fall victim to the early beat, they have the wave.
Hola, Hiro.
So PA just smokes it or gets over.
Hiro, hermano, te referirás a Thunder Predators. Va a jugar a las 7:30. Osu.
To the other side of the map, keeps farming up. Eventually, that Deso BKB timing.
Okay.
Backline. So I think Spirit's happier with this draft, but I still enjoy what the aggression that Tundra can bring behind the quick farm that Doom provides.
Okay. Well, we're going to head over to our casters, Odie and Jenkins. Have a great cast, guys.
Thank you very much, Ted. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are here ready for Game 2 between Tundra and Spirit. And indeed, I saw the panel saying, Jenkins, this is a game where Tundra, even if they get the ball rolling early, they're not going to be able to sort of push towers at quite the speed that they were with that Game 1 draft. So Spirit, more likely to have a chance to get to a point where Yatoro could be able to carry.
Yeah, there's combos on Spirit. I mean, pushing into, DK stun plus snap ult, that's never going to be easy. Of course, you have to get to the point where you have the DK that has the blink dagger, snap ult to follow. I think both drafts look pretty solid, but for Tundra, this does look like a pretty classic Tundra lineup as well. You got the Skeeter CK.
Oh, yeah.
Remember in an interview, I don't remember who it was that was saying it, but one of the other pros was saying, like, Skeeter was joking around at the sauna, being like, how the hell am I always getting the CK? That's all I play. I think it might have been actually Tundra that was doing the interview, and they're just laughing about that. He still seems to get this hero because it has fallen off to a degree, only because I think other heroes have taken precedence. It's not really because CK is weak by any means.
Well, let's see how it does this time round. Because it sort of has the carry matchup goes when the minutes pass, right? In the later points, PA's pretty happy, right? You have this evasion against a hero that's not really going to rush to build any sort of ability around that.
Well, he does get Silver Edge. That's the thing.
True. I guess, yeah, true. Yeah.
I actually think the CK-PA matchup is really good for CK.
Okay.
That's what I've seen lately.
Because you can itemize for it.
Yeah, I mean, even like Bloodthorn is a really great item on CK these days. So you have the counter.
Well, this should be a first blood setup here. That's the bushwhack. Will slow down Skeeter from getting the stun off initially, but he's still in. And they'll still take it here. First blood for 33.
Yeah, and because it's Tundra, every single hero has started with the magic stick, and they all have 3 stick charges. I'm like half joking, but it is genuinely impactful in each lane to have, plus 45 HP in mana to start the game. And 33's also got his Quelling Blade Tango coming out. Yeah, look, did they all actually have sticks? Almost all of them.
They're just snaking. Oh, and 9, of course, in the mid matchup. He's not started with it. He will be getting one of them out.
I remember Aoi, when he played for Arkosh for a bit, he was telling me about sticks are overpowered. And I thought he was insane because everybody was getting like bracer components and stuff like that. And then here we are, months and months later, it's like sticks, Tundra started going sticks on every single hero at the start, and now everybody's doing it. He was ahead of his time, man.
He's a smart man.
Yeah. He's got good ideas.
Well, the setup this time, do you imagine that Yatoro is going to have as tough of a lane that he did last time around? Because you said yourself, you wanted to see Team Spirit come into this game too with a bit better of just sort of laning potential. Do you think we've got that here?
Yeah, definitely. It's pretty difficult between the harass of a Hoodwink and a Phantom Assassin to lose the lane. Like, PA is not this old PA that, man, Miposhka's making a lot of space here. But yeah, PA's a lane winner now. This Orbit Corrosion build, you can get a lot of kills, especially with the Hoodwink.
Damage done to Miposhka, but as you say, Yatoro very happy for him to be tanking that attention away from the creep wave. So far in the mid matchup, 9 with a little bit of an edge. 8 for 4 against that 7 and 1.
It's hard to beat a Tiny in the early game, now that it's just plus 20 damage on the tree.
Oh, look at this bottom collapse. Taking quite a hit here from Snake King and Skeeter. As it was him, of course, getting in deep.
Yeah, they're doing some diving action down there. Got a salve to work with, though. He'll be fine.
Almost 33 looking for here.
Oh, he's got the armor creep.
That's the one he wanted?
Ice armor. It's either that or the... Well, against PA and Hoodwink, 2 physical damage heroes. Yeah, you definitely want the ice armor creep. But also, if you could get the Satyr that gives you the mana burn plus the mana aura, that creep is insane as well. I feel like that's half the reason why Doom is so strong is because of these... The creep buffs that happened. Every camp is blocked, though. It's so funny to see a Dire Sentry Ward in the Dire Easy camp.
Oh, in their own small camp, yeah.
And the Observer Ward, of course, on the medium camp, just like fully committed to taking those camps out, so Doom cannot just get these easy creeps. Then he picks up an ice armor creep anyway, and it's like, well, what the hell is the point of all of that? Oh, a little bit of juicy courier sniping action from Mira. Very nice.
That's the wards out and a mango gone. And so far, actually, with the causes, Skeeter that's having the tougher time in lane. Bottom of the CS right now. I have a chance of getting aggressive there. Was trying to go for Mira, but collapsed by Mira's side. It's a hard kill to commit for, and the CS situation so far, Skeeter wants to make sure he's not missing any of them. So we'll get back to the meeting of the creep wave.
Focusing on the runes at 4 minutes, not just the 6-minute runes.
Oh, actually, see, Toronto Tokyo is going to get the backup from Mira, so they'll be able to turn and try for 9. Cookie in, that should do it. He'll pop a Fairy Fire, but he's not going to live. Toronto Tokyo getting that assistance around the mid lane and gets him the kill.
Tiny, a very low armor hero to start. Literally 0. So, definitely solid to kill him with the 2 minus armor heroes, physical damage heroes.
I'll tell you who hasn't got 0 is sitting there, of course, with that chainmail coming out. He is up to 16 armor in the lane 33 at 4 minutes in.
Yeah. That's a lot of armor. And you're playing against 2 physical damage heroes. I'm watching Miposhka right-click him, and it's... Like, you can barely render it on the screen, the amount of damage it's doing. It's just so little. Look, it's nothing!
I mean, what do you do about this, man? 33 is just going to be able to free farm here, and yeah, they're not going to be pushing him away.
No. They could honestly leave him alone. Like, Soxa could go stack and do, you know, supporty things. Because 33 does not need help. Oh, some juicy courier sniping action again. Mira. He's looking for it. Oh, yeah, that's the good stuff. That's the good stuff right there.
Goodbye, boots.
God damn, that's the boots on a CK2 of all heroes. He loves getting those boots early. So good for getting kills.
And I mean, what would you sort of imagine, you know, the build is intended here for Skeeter? Like, at what stage does he try and get one of these anti-PA items in?
Probably third item. Like you go like Armlet, BKB, Silver Edge.
He's gonna have to blast. Ooh, needed that one extra hit, but doesn't want to spend too much time tanking the tower, so he'll stay safe.
Snake King's not happy about all the couriers that are getting sniped down here. He snooped out the ward. Who actually got the D ward? Let's see. Oh, I can't see.
Well, 33. He's gonna get.
Hero got it.
He's gonna get this kill on his own top. As he's able to run down Miposhka. Bottom lane collapsed in trouble. The tree comes in, and with the Ink Spell buff, they'll be able to close this gap. That's going to be a dead DK. Tundra getting kills in both lanes there with the extra backup of the support coming bottom, and it works out perfectly. As we saw top 33, he didn't need that support. He's doing it on his own, getting these kills.
Yep, he's totally free-farming, and now that he just feels strong enough in this lane without the armor creep, he's going for
bottom.
Mana Burn.
Another kill for Tundra. Toronto Tokyo.
9 is not left.
He's headed over. He's trying to go for the op, but the silence is there into the X-Spell. He's going to turn up, and he's going to die. He tries to make that move, but obviously on his own, And between that Phantom's Embrace and the Ink Swell, he can't get his ult off. So Tundra, they're getting the kills.
And 9 is still there again. He is not leaving. Oh my god, it's gonna work.
Hey, they're gonna get something else out of this one. Mira's TP'd in.
I mean,
Collapse has got to be careful himself. He's gonna try and help Mira out with the Dragon Tail stun, but the Avalanche is back up. Mira will still die. Can they get Skeeter in return? He's pretty low. TPs are coming in. They've got to find something from this Spirit, because so far Tundra, they're getting all the kills, but Skeeter able to dodge the swashbuckle. And will get found by the Dragon Tail stun, and with the Breathe Fire, Team Spirit will be able to take down that CK in return. They even try for snaking here. Rolling Thunder from Toronto, Tokyo.
oh, he... Let's see, they do have a ward. Yeah, he knows where he is. He should get him with the swash, yeah.
Very, very well needed there for Spirit, after they were taking quite a few casualties on their bottom lane.
Yeah, that is expected at that point. For how long that fight went on, it's like Toronto Tokyo just respawns. It's like, what the hell? I died in this fight. All right, I'll take some kills.
And it looks like with the sort of movement from Yatoro to the mid to get some farm, they've just sort of written this top lane off. So 33 will just continue to have all the space that he wants up here. And this is going to be one very farm Doom, and even more so here with the Midas coming as his first item this game.
Yeah, Miposhka's just chilling up there, trying to hold the lane.
Well, they're going to try for Skeeter. Oh, at the ready. Put the Phantasm. I'll hold the two of them back. Toronto Tokyo not quite having his ult ready to go again. The Skeeter will live. The pressure on the bottom side, building up from Spirit. First round of the Dragon Form, doing good damage to the Tier 1.
Yeah, we have the classic situation of both supports just holding the safe lane tower.
See if they can get Miposhka here, 33. Trying to start hunting through the trees. Miposhka a little too slippery. He's out and away and still has another scurry ready.
And Snake King's gonna die doing the same thing bot.
Now, this tower will be going down. Spirit. I'll be the ones to take the Tier 1. 33, that's the Midas purchase. 9.5 minutes in. Good timing.
Miposhka has this really nice ward up here that lets him juke around like this. So he's getting more experience than the supports on the other side, because the flip side lane is not being taken by any support. Like, Miposhka's actually, he's being pretty annoying up here. Like, he's not going to protect the tower for too long. Obviously, it's a hoodwink. What can he do? But he's getting XP that on the other side, nobody's getting.
And it's slowing them down a bit, because I think they're a bit concerned with Miposhka being there, that, you know, maybe he'll set something up and suddenly Toronto Tokyo's TPing over. But for now, Toronto Tokyo going for the move on mid. Yatoro and Mira ready to help out.
Oh my god, he just keeps getting bounced around.
There's going to be a defensive disruption from Saxa, breaking him out of any potential follow-up. Now Toronto Tokyo in trouble. 9 steps up with the toss. The Inkswell is going to catch him. One more punch from 9 will do the job. They take him down. But over to the side, Yatoro, he's found himself a DD. And now 9, with as deep as he had to go to get that kill on Toronto Tokyo, he's going to end up going down.
Wow, Yatoro didn't get the last hit. They're trying to give it to him. If you have a PA that's getting last hits at this point in the game, like, even a PA showing up like this and being involved in kills is spectacular for her. I mean, this is another hero like Ursa. Like, it just can't jungle very quickly.
And they might get something else out of this here. Collapse. He's onto Snaking. See if he's able to catch him with another Breathe Fire. Will be silenced, but the right click's still there. Collapse. Getting huge amounts done here with these first few Elder Dragon forms. Very active, and we're seeing already this second game much, much closer. And if anything, Spirit maybe overall feeling like they're the stronger squad with the fact that this PA is getting so much from this early game. It's really just going to be down to what 33 will be able to do with this immense amount of farm that he's getting in this lane.
Yeah, he's huge. He's probably looking to get a pretty quick Doom onto this PA. Like, I feel like Yatoro is getting off to a pretty solid start.
Yeah,
or, like,
absolutely.
Doom is supposed to be this farmed at this point. Well, maybe not this farmed, but Doom is supposed to be decently farmed at this point. Yatoro, 1-0-1, 71 CS. Like, his game's going perfectly as well. He's totally happy right now. He could snowball this.
For sure. You know, compared to last game, where Yatoro had such a rough lane, and even then, you know, he managed to kind of get back into it. He got his Battle Fury and his BKB. This time round, where he hasn't been held down as much as in Game 1, it's definitely going to be a huge concern for Tundra.
Tundra they blink on 9 now, so This is why they're going for the smoke here. Spirit, they're like debating this though. Everybody's just sitting in smoke doing nothing while Yatoro's farming.
They really want to get something done with this blink on 9. They're going to try. Now again, yeah, 9 holding back. They can sense that this is not an easy place for them to just go in. I mean, Spirit will return.
Yeah. It's very awkward. They did get a ward down though, so that could help them later on. I mean, they've got great vision right now. They see exactly where Collapse and Toronto Tokyo are chilling. Very important heroes to have vision on. Collapse has his blink. Yeah, that's funny. Like both teams had a blink timing, so they're looking to go for a smoke, but nobody's showing because the other team had the blink timing. Yeah. So they were looking to also go for a play. Yeah, usually those are not perfectly synced between an offlaner and a mid, but Nine's spending a lot of time rotating, whereas Collapse, he's mostly just been chilling.
I mean, we're going to see Spirit give it another attempt here off the smoke. They're making the move down towards 33. Pushed out a couple of waves, but 33's playing it smart. A couple of waves cleared. He's back under his tier 2 tower. Spirit, they'll turn their attention towards the mid. See if they can maybe get the jump on 9. I mean, both teams, yeah, they're reading each other very, very well. Tundra, they back off. They
another smoke on smoke.
I mean, who's going to get the blink jump first? Who's going to get the chance to start a fight?
Neither team is letting it happen, man. They're like, no, we see you have a blink dagger. We see that you have that. We're not going to show. It's like, all right, well, neither will we. Okay, guys, let's just fight. Let's just agree to fight mid, all right?
Toronto Tokyo.
A lot of time just being spent mid.
Nine will get the toss back. Collapse. So get the Dragon Tail start off with 33. Soulbind holds back the Rolling Thunder. The Double Doom was there also. So the two of them will have to back off. Nine's going to look from the side, maybe see if he can get back in on this, and he can. Jumps forward, gets the toss back. Lovely toss into the two-man avalanche there for 9. Make sure that they can finish off the job there off the back of the Double Doom. See if they can get more from this Tundra. They turn over towards Mirror, drag back from Skeeter. The fight finally happens, and it's Tundra that come out with a roaring success there, taking out 4 heroes, losing nobody themselves.
Yeah, finally we see the jump on 9. Like, he catches somebody, and they immediately smoke towards the bot lane. They see that Yatoro's killing the creeps down here. He thinks he's safe because he's in the blur.
I mean, TP's on cooldown for 17 seconds as well.
Snake King was looking. He knows there's nobody behind him here.
I think he might be okay here. He's just on the edge of vision.
Wow.
And now that the night time's kicked in as well, he should be able to stay in the fog of war.
Dude, Yatoro said in an interview that he's cheating. I believe him. After watching that, I believe him. How the hell do you escape that gank? How does he just know? He's gonna watch the replay later and be like, what? Oh my god, I almost died. Yeah, that was crazy. Like, they were very patient there with Tundra.
I'll see mid Spirit. Last fight wasn't a great one. They were the ones getting jumped. So looking for a chance to make the jump themselves. Dragon Tail will allow Toronto Tokyo to close in there. Is a BKB available, so toss to the side. 33 should be okay here. He's up to the high ground. Toronto Tokyo won't be able to continue to chase. They'll turn for 9 instead. As 9 ends up going down, did sort of give his life there to save 33.
It's funny that that's the mid laner, but he's got about half the net worth of 33, so genuinely worth it to give away his life there. Even more net worth than the carry.
And if he was dead, he wouldn't be able to use his Midas right now, so it would have been a loss of value.
And the Devour. Just doubling down. Looks like he's going for like a Shiva's Guard. He's building into a plate mail, which I think is necessary, regardless of going for a Shiva's.
It's all right. Progress for him. I mean, is this a game where he will have to get that BKB as the next item?
I don't think he needs it. I don't.
Okay. We'll see mid. 33's ready to run this down. He has got Doom at the ready. They've got the combo. Of course, Soulbind and Doom are available.
He's gonna walk away. Yeah, I don't necessarily. I mean, obviously it's a great BKB game. I think you eventually need the BKB.
For sure. But do you need it now?
You're playing up against Doom, you're playing up against Soulblunt, you're playing up against Demonic Purge. I think there's an argument to go just Deso.
Have a quick catch here for Tundra. Starting to get these kills. They're building up a lead. 12-8, 3K advantage. And just making it very, very difficult for Spirit to quite match the ability to kill it, even though they do
Bienvenido a
have some fantastic
@smile.
doing it. You know, we had the blink on the DK, the follow-up from Toronto, Tokyo, but Tundra are just not letting themselves get caught out by that. Maybe bottom, though. Again, there's 4 heroes. Tundra, they're prepared. They know that Spirit are constantly setting up and looking for these situations.
Fran
Collapse is going back in, but
I mean, 33's BKB is on cooldown.
Toronto Tokyo TP'd out.
Oh, okay,
he's gone. Like that would 9 mid.
Well, with the 2 of them, 9's going to need backup. It is on its way. It's a big crit coming in. There's a great defensive disruption coming out as well as Toronto Tokyo. He'll fall. 9 will live. Tundra able to turn up in time, protect their mid,
Collapse.
and now they can go for more. Drag back with the rift onto Collapse. 9's got to be careful.
Sígueme en Mix o Instagram con Miller Gameplay. Recuerda que estamos on live en Trovo, Twitch y FB a partir de las 18 horas.
I really, Tundra, they're just sort of playing on the boundaries of these moves that Spirit are trying to make, and Spirit, even here, when they get so close to killing 9, they can't quite do it.
I see what Spirit was going for there. I mean, the saves coming in is just... The players on Tundra, they're just playing too close. Like, they're so used to this running around the map and, like, just crazy shenanigans. I see what Spirit was trying to go for, though. Like, there's this play happening bot, and so they think, like, if they make a play with their carry plus a dude that was just bot mid, how the hell is Tundra gonna get there in time? But they just were. No. They immediately ran there after the thing bot stopped happening.
Yeah, that was absolutely the intention. That's why we did see, Collapse go back in with the ultimate, popping the Dragon Form to start hitting on 33 to really try and bait Tundra into just being fully focused on action happening there. But yeah, Tundra a step ahead.
It was a play. Like they were making a play. It was next level, but Tundra, they just read it. So. And Sox has got the full ether lens. That's pretty spooky. If you can get towards the Aghanim Scepter eventually, we're gonna have a break. Let's see.
On top. Making it very easy to kill Miposhka. It's not a fun game for him. So much jump. Whoever it was the mid. I mean, 9. He's found the setup into the stun. Again, 9. Allowing them to catch these heroes, throwing back Toronto Tokyo into the range of Skeeter. They've got just so much follow-up, we've seen from Tundra's heroes. They get any sort of initiation, they're never alone. There's always backup and there's always a hero to get the kill done. They'll move into Roshan.
Tundra's very good at... he got Aghanim Shard on Doom. Interesting. What the hell does that even do? Oh yeah, level death. It's level death. I see, with bonus stun duration. Apparently, with the War Stomp, you can, like, stun somebody for, like, 6 or 7 seconds straight with this ability, if they're the right level. Above level 24.
And against Spirit, they're trying to make these moves, but it's just not soon enough. Miposhka shows himself, 9 comes in with the combo, takes him out. Spirit, they're still trying to poke at this, but I don't think they've got any sort of fight to bring against Tundra. As Tundra, they get the 2 kills for 9. Spirit starting to just not find any opportunity to slow them down. 9, he'll see Toronto Tokyo up top. Won't be able to get him back in time, though, as Toronto Tokyo rolls out of here. But the lead, it's building up, and Tundra, it's starting to look very, very hard. I mean, for Spirit, it's just all down to the fight when they find the timing to bringing this PA in. And the question is going to be if Tundra's just going to be too far ahead by the time that happens.
Yeah, it's a problem, and Tundra's building the right items. They're going for Aghanim Scepter on Doom, so they're going to have a 22-second break for PA. They know that Yatoro is the only way that Spirit is going to...
A 9. Yeah, BKB TP out, he's got to.
Old Tiny could have broken that, but no, not anymore. Does not go through BKB, that toss. Tundra, they seem to know. They've got a ward. Yeah, that's going to be a dead mirror. Surely he dies here, right? He's fine.
Also spotted a DD in the river. So, 9. He'll head over and grab that, ready for the next play. That's getting tough. I mean, how are we looking on the items on Yatoro? He's going to start working on that Deso, but until that's, Battle Fury and BKB alone, while he may be able to live, but I mean, even at that, of course, as we've said, there's ways to go through that BKB. It's not going to do huge amounts of damage. Tundra's heroes will easily out DPS in pretty much all 3 of the cores.
Oh, Miposhka's dead again, man. This is just one of the most frustrating heroes to be caught out on by Tiny. One of the worst strength gains in the entire game on Hoodwink. Like, you're so squishy. You're such a damn squishy hero. Tiny's combo almost always one-shots you. Fluffy hats don't do a thing.
On the mid, Toronto Tokyo looking for the setup. The kiss is coming in. So Snake King should die here. See if they can get more. Skeeter's just going to simply pop the BKB. He's happy to fight. Toronto Tokyo himself will use the BKB. Doom dropped down by 33. I just need a couple of hits more ready to get him. He's up on the cliff. Turn trying to kill off Skeeter. They'll be able to do it, but he's got the Aegis. He's going to be back for a second round. Collapse is ticking out. 9 gets in a finish off the kill. Avalanche catching Toronto Tokyo on the high ground as well as Spirit. They'll lose 2. Can they get back in on this Spirit? I don't think so. They're going to try. Oh, they're going to try and go for the Yatoro. He's in. Saxa buying some time for Skeeter. It's not going to be enough. Yatoro finishes off the kill. Saxa can't save him. 9 comes back in with the combo, but he's got to get out. Team Spirit, they find a good trade here around the BKB on Yatoro.
Yeah, and he also went for Phantom Knives, which it's, there's not that great of stuff to break in this game, but there are huge HP heroes. I mean, you kill all the CK illusions. You have Tiny, who has this insane strength gain and base strength. Like Doom, like all of these heroes get obliterated by the Phantom Knives percentage damage.
Solid signs of what Spirit can still execute with this PA if they keep him alive. And even in that situation, around an Aegis, Spirit fighting back against Tundra and starting to reclaim some of the lead that Tundra has built up against them.
What's Yatoro's next item? Is he getting he can still build this Mithril Hammer into either a Basher or a Deso. Question is, does he think he needs more damage, or does he think that he needs BKB piercing? Dude, that cliff was the bane of Spirit's existence in this fight. Unfortunately, just standing right on top of a Radiant Ward. So Tundra, they see him up there.
So back in action. Looking for 9. Toronto Tokyo not quite able to catch him here as he's into the invis. No interest on trying to commit with any sort of detection whilst Tundra right by 9's side. Oh, okay, Toronto, he's ready to go in. He's starting off the action. Shield Crash and the Swashbuckle. See if he can get back out of this. He's being slowed down by the Demonic Purge, so he'll die for that effort to initiate. 33 having to pop the BKB. Oh, he finds 9. Okay. Here's the Tiny out. Tundra, they're probably got to rethink if they want to stick around for this one, and indeed Saxo, he'll TP away from this. Yatoro, again, finding these kills there. 9 caught very, very low on the side of the fight. As Yatoro, he's catching up. And indeed, with the choice here, getting the basher done, another weapon added to his repertoire here.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with PA is that no matter what you're up against, there's always this, like, 3-item timing, roughly, where she is a stronger carry than any other carry in the game.
Yeah, Yatoro is very strong right now.
And if you're Tundra, what you're looking for next is 33 to finish out his Aghanim Scepter, which he's 300 gold away.
And a DD on Yatoro.
Yeah, this is a big timing. If they get smoke off of this, do they have one is the question. Miposhka does. He was doing some warding shenanigans. They're going to go for a smoke with this.
I mean, Tundra's got to be prepared for this. Yatoro, if he's able to jump in, he's going to 2-shot, maybe even 1-shot some of the squishier heroes with a crit in this DD.
Honestly, I mean, I think you can you can pretty much kill any hero, probably other than 33. I think the rest of them can die.
Let's see how prepared Tundra is. They are grouped up as 5 around their mid tower. Team Spirit going for the long wraparound here to try and catch them by surprise from their own jungle, their own triangle.
I might get caught. Oh, it's going to be snaking.
See it. I'll go for the quick one first. Okay, buying some time here with the disruption, and we'll see at the same time, 9 will jump the backlines. He's in, 33 slams down the Doom onto the PA, but the BKB was already off. So Yatoro will be able to retreat. There'll be a buyback straight away from Snaking as Tundra. They want to keep this fight going. Skeeter puts the BKB 9, juking around the trees, will be able to dodge the Rolling Thunder from Toronto Tokyo. So to stay on top of Collapse. They got the damage for him they have. 9 gets in on top of the DK. They bring down Collapse. Maposhka held to the side and trapped by the illusions of Skeeter. Tundra, they'll take the fight.
Yeah, the moment that Yatoro got doomed, they just said, Spirit just said, like, we're out. We're getting out. Like, anybody who can get out of this fight, just get out. So Yatoro runs away. Toronto Tokyo, he gets away, doesn't end up using his TP. They all just ditch, and they lose 3 heroes for that. And honestly, that's a timing. I mean, you have 100 seconds with no Doom. So your PA is free now for 100 seconds. I think Spirit, when everybody's alive, they immediately go for a play.
And Toronto Tokyo is looking towards 33 bot, but they're going to find him. And he was trying to walk down this bottom lane. Skeeter and 33 quickly taking him down. He's out for 50 seconds. Still, Yatoro going to go for the jump. He's in with the bashes. This is a lot of damage. Skeeter, he can't deal with it. So they may have lost Toronto Tokyo, but Yatoro back to finding action. And the rest of Tundra, they'll have to run. Collapse, they'll have Blink back up in a second, but 9's already out with the TP. The Snaking at a safe distance will be okay.
Yeah, Tundra need to respect the Doom timing. That's what they need to do. Like, the Yatoro is too strong to be dealt with in any other way currently. That's just the game that they're in now. It's a PA thing. It's also because Yatoro's having a really good game. He literally hasn't died once. Yeah. Like, this guy is having a flawless game on PA.
And I guess because it is just the Doom that he cares about. Because stuff like Demonic Purge, you don't really care about too much of the PA because you're still jumping around and throwing daggers.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think the Purge is a bit annoying for PA as well because you do purge the Phantom Strike. However,
okay, that's true. Yeah.
However, I think you want to purge the Pango Shield Crash. That's like the most important thing to be purging in this game. It's been extremely useful in all of these fights so far. It's what he's been focusing on. I think you continue to do that and leave the PA to the Doom until the Aghanim Scepter comes out on Soxa, and then of course he's gonna have 3 breaks and 3 purges, so he'll be fine.
Let's see if they can interrupt this Roshan attempt. Tundra. They know the Spirit's going for it. 9 is going to try and start things off, but he's caught by the bushwhack. 33 jumps in, but immediately Yatoro's out to the side. So he can't initially find that Doom objective that he wants to. He'll drop it down now. This will force Yatoro to stay out to the side, see if the rest of the team can deal with Tundras. Toronto Tokyo's in with the BKB and the shield crash over towards 33. As 33 and Snaking getting pushed back by the Pango, he'll swashbuckle himself up to the cliff. They see him. Skeeter's able to drag him back down and take him out. Double kill for Skeeter. Yatoro will still
they killed
die.
PA.
I mean, Yatoro was hanging around. He was trying to look for a chance to get back in as the Doom came to an end, but 33 just forces him out to the side. Tundra, they're cleaning up. Triple kill for Skeeter. Buybacks, they're coming out here from Spirit. They really don't want to let this Roshan go into the hands of Tundra. And maybe they could go for that, because now they know that the Doom's down. No ultimate. Yatoro, 35 seconds left to BKB up, so there'll be this bit of a window where maybe they can look to fight Tundra again and get the Roshan finished themselves.
It's still 4v3 though. I mean, you have to be really careful.
It's risky. Now it's
5v3.
There we go. The numbers being added up by Tundra. With that extra buyback, they know what Spirit's trying to do here, and they don't want to let them get away with it.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And Spirit, is there any chance to make this jump? BKB will be ready to use in a second for Yatoro.
The trees give good
Mira's
vision.
going for it. Mira's going to try for a steal. Can they get in on the pit? They can't. It's going to be ages into the hands of Yatoro. He's going to go for it now. He'll be able to kill off 9. 33 also very, very low. He's out to the side with the BKB and the Shadow players. He's away. That's the Aegis gone, Spirit. Can they go for a second round on Skeeter? Toronto Tokyo, good control with the Rolling Thunder, bouncing between the walls of the Roshan pit. They lock down the CK trap from the bushwhack, catches Skeeter out. Skeeter will fall. As Spirit may not get the Roshan and the Aegis, but they do get the overwhelming fight here, as they'll be able to push back Tundra.
That was just impeccable timing from Spirit. Like, they lose a bunch of heroes, and the Roshan is going down, and it looks disastrous for them, but Yatoro says, now I can go in, I can get a couple of free picks here.
I mean, Yatoro's, look at him, he's in level 25 PA now.
Yeah, and he stalled for long enough for Toronto Tokyo to come in and respawn and be part of that fight. Like, Yatoro, I mean, there is always the rapier potential. That's always there.
That is true. I don't think he needs.
I don't even think you need it.
I don't think it's at that point really. He's still terrifying, and he's only died the once this game, and that's with Tundra putting so much focus on this PA as well. We see 33 each and every fight. He's just trying to make sure that he can lock out this PA.
TD. It was really close that he didn't get the Doom off on onto Yatoro in that fight. Like Spirit was kiting very nicely, but then 33 also was being very patient.
Yeah.
So, but it was very close. Like he almost got up to the high ground in that fight.
We'll see again here.
This was just such nice timing. Oh, the bushwhack. I didn't even see the bushwhack.
Yeah, so some fantastic cleave damage coming in from Yatoro.
That tree was up for so long, too. Also giving vision for the initial cookie jump. Like, Spirit, the way they kited around the Roche pit with only 3 heroes alive was absolutely beautiful. Long enough to stall out for Toronto Tokyo to respawn. And then look at what the roll did in that fight. That was basically just Miposhka and Yatoro, like, just messing around the Roche pit for a long time there. He's got the Hunter's Boomerang to work with now.
Gosh, there's still this period where the buyback status for Spirit is a bit concerning, as it was their carry. Now Yatoro, 5 minutes on the cooldown of that. So if Tundra do kill this PA, if 33 can get in on top of Yatoro, take him out of the fight, then there's going to be a huge window where Tundra's going to be able to push in. But they've got protection. Well, the double Lincolns, right? Yatoro's got a Lincolns, Toronto Tokyo's got a Lincolns, so now they've got these extra ways to make it almost impossible if they're grouped up around this PA for 33 to get any sort of opportunity to catch him with the Doom.
Yeah, he does have the Heaven's Halberd, though, which I think is an excellent pickup. So he can jump in, War Stomp, cancel the Lincolns with the Heaven's Halberd, and then Doom. But it is asking a lot. Like, you have to be in Blink War Stomp range where PA does not get the BKB off. That's difficult. That's a hard thing to execute. Are they going to give this to 33? No, 9 will take it. Spirit was like, they were hoping that they had a smoke up there. You could see that Miposhka's like, oh, Mira, do you have a smoke? No, I don't have a smoke. Miposhka, do you have a smoke? No. God damn it. Like, because they had the DD. Like, they really wanted to, they grouped up for it, but then no hero had a smoke left. They've got one at the quick buy on the... the smoke's about to respawn for Spirit, and I imagine they'll immediately go. They feel pretty strong right now with these Lincoln Spheres.
Absolutely.
They have a smoke. They have a ward. 3 wards, actually, that they want to place. There it is. And what are we going for on Yatoro? He's getting the Aghanim Scepter, which is very good this game. You've got 2 squishy backline supports on the Grimstroke and the Shadow Demon that you can jump, insta-kill, and then have those spells up again to kill the cores. I mean, I even feel like 9 is dying pretty damn quickly to Yatoro in these fights. No Deso on the PA. Opting instead for the Ags.
We go in the mid. Tundra hanging around. See the jump here from Collapse. Over to the side. 9, he's gone in, but Toronto Tokyo is already out and away from Yatoro jump, so that's 9 dead. 9's gone off the back of that attempt to get some action.
Oh, the
insta-bash, it's there! Immediately onto 33 as he tries to get out of there. We'll be able to turn and get the Doom off onto Yatoro. Buyback for 9. They know that this is their chance to kill this PA. They've got to put everything into this. They've got the stun. They've taken him down. Yatoro out of the fight, but maybe the rest of Team Spirit can still clean it up. There's Toronto Tokyo. Takes out 33. And the question is if Tundra want to use any more buybacks. It's a big window. 9.
Oh, he got them both.
That's a juicy toss avalanche there from the Tiny. 9.
That was a girthy one. That was nice.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's 3 dead. Tundra, they won't buy back to put the pressure on, but nonetheless, just for sort of the Tiny alone, and might be the chance to hit some buildings here.
The reason that fight went so well for Tundra is because PA pops the BKB, but the reality rift...
Look at that again. There we go, 9.
Juicy.
He's very good at these sort of tosses into the 2-man avalanche.
The toss into avalanche thing seems so much better now that the avalanche is like a perma-stun. Like that, I'm surprised that we didn't see that abused a lot more at the start of the patch, but it makes sense because that's more of like a core Tiny thing, right? That's more of like a mid-Tiny thing, and Tiny's only been recently played as a mid. It was mostly a carry for this patch.
And we see, you know, that last fight, the fact that Yatoro did get doomed. They're like, we
yeah.
need more Lincolns.
Yeah.
So Collapse, he's got one as well. They've got the triple Lincolns ready to try and keep their, each other safe.
They actually need to buff him with Lincoln Sphere.
Yeah, they got to spam it on him.
They have to, they have to give him the Lincoln's buff as well as his own Lincolns, because Reality Rift Pierce's spell immunity is the reason that he got the Doom off in that fight. And I like that Tundra was still able to pull this off despite all of these Lincoln Spears and him getting the BKB off. This is like a disaster scenario starting out, that he gets the BKB off, he gets the jump, they get the initial pick off as well. I think, yeah, Nine did buy back in that fight, though. He went for...
He did. As soon as the Doom came down onto Yatoro, he was like, we've got to go.
This is it. This is the fight. Yeah, yeah. And, worthwhile buyback. He went for the Moon Shard instead of a BKB, so a bit greedy of a build. Gets punished for that, but he had buyback and 3,000 gold on top of that, so he will have the BKB for the next fight. Or maybe the one after that. Probably the next one, I would imagine. Yeah, he's going to farm it. They're going to give him the Ancients. It's too important that he gets that.
Well, time this Relic. Who's taking that one for Tundra?
Probably 33.
Yeah.
Yeah. Infernal Blade, he's also got the Aghanim Scepter, or the Aghanim Shard, and PA, remember, is level 26, which means you're always getting that full duration stun from the Doom Aghanim Shard. So, let's see, it's like a 2-point-something second stun now with the Timeless Relic. Very nice. He's got the War Stomp, Doom to follow up as well. Yeah, if he Infernal Blade, War Stomp, Infernal Blades, like, PA is gonna melt.
It's all right.
Although he has to actually hit the PA first in order to Infernal Blade, so I imagine the Doom will come first.
And that's proven to be very tough. I mean, again, this is a game where Tundra, they've had 35 kills, but only 2 of those being onto Yatoro. He's played it very safe, very smart.
I would imagine that the talk of a rapier will be starting soon for Spirit.
For sure, especially when you consider sort of the build has like the BKB Ags Link, because a lot of things to keep him alive, allow him to jump around the fight.
Right.
You want to have that big sort of bam item, and that could be the rapier.
Exactly. It's getting to the point, too, where you're just slotted and you're starting to consume items, and the only thing bigger than these items that you're consuming, it's like the 7,000 gold items or the rapier.
I'm talking about a lot of money. Sid 33 walking around with 5k unspent gold. Oh, hold that thought, though, because already Spirit, they're going to get the lockdown. 33 is going to jump in. Oh, they get the double Doom off. They're able to get it here onto the Doom. Okay, no, Collapse didn't get caught by it, actually. The Lincoln Sphere will protect him for 33's Doom. It's just Miposhka that ends up going down to that. And, of course, Miposhka buys back. They've taken out 33. Tundra, they've got to get out of it because Collapse, he's hot in the chase, blinks in. See if they can catch any of the members of Tundra as they split up. Sacks up. He's into the trees and hiding with the Shadow Amulet plays. Yeah, I'm hitting with a scan. They know he's standing here somewhere.
There's a gem. Toronto Tico's got a gem.
They're going to find him. The Spirit, again, prepared for it. And indeed, what we saw in a Collapse, just not getting caught by that Doom. Thanks to the Lincolns.
Yeah, there are 2 buybacks on both of these heroes, but Spirit's feeling pretty good about themselves right now. Yatoro, top net worth. And this is the type of carry that can 1v5.
Absolutely.
As long as PA is your top net worth, you're totally happy.
I mean, they're going to get Roshan here, surely. Now, Tundra, they do have buybacks, but they're not going to want to use them surely in this sort of riskier position. Roshan's just going to go down too fast anyway. This is going to be Spirit.
33 even bought out. He said that we're not fighting this. I'm getting my refresher orb. He's going to look for the quadruple Doom.
I was going to... Then something's going to go through the Lincolns, right?
Hopefully.
A couple of halberds, even throwing maybe the first Doom, and then just having that second one ready to go. Just the Lincolns being there to block it. He's got to get through it somehow and get that catch on Yatoro. Otherwise, Yatoro, he's just going to be jumping around these fights with a huge smile on his face.
Yeah, 33's done a very good job in the prior fights to the last one and getting the Doom off on Yatoro. And the last fight is a result of not getting that Doom off. And that went extremely well for Team Spirit. So
Yeah,
Tundra's on thin ice here. Yeah. Very thin ice.
Yeah, even the Miros we saw also queuing up the Lincolns. It's Lincoln Spheres for everybody, pretty much.
No, it's Lincoln Spheres for Yatoro. They're in other people's inventories, so they're just holding them for him. And he owns them.
And when you are putting the Lincoln Sphere buff on someone, right, you can't, like, two people can't do it. You have to wait until the first one's popped.
I think you wait. Yeah, but you just spam. You just spam it on him.
Yeah.
The moment it's popped, let's get another one on him, boys.
Yeah. It is, as you say, a game that could get to a point where, as long as Spirit's heroes are able to click Lincolns on Yatoro, Yatoro will win the fight.
And he's looking for that Eggs consumable right now. Which is going to give him a free slot
for that rapier.
Yeah, that's the rapier right there, baby.
For.
Although I do feel like Satanic is, you know, maybe not that bad either. Although I don't know, doesn't Satanic really matter? Is he going to survive with this? I feel like it's all about not getting doomed.
I mean, if he doesn't get doomed, he's probably going to be fine.
Yeah, and if he does get doomed, the Satanic's not going to matter. So get that right. I was going MKB. Let's see, who has evasion? Trickster Cloak is a bit of a pain in the ass. Of course, there's the Heaven's Halberd on Doom. Is there any other sources of evasion? I suppose the eventual Halberd on CK, maybe. He's queued up the Scotty and Yatoro, so he's just kind of thinking. He's considering his last item. Like,
I mean, it's going to be one of the three, as you say, right? MKB, Scotty, or Rapier.
Game is back to even, if you want to call it that.
I was going to say, if anything, maybe Spirit in the more comfortable spot.
Yatoro's charging in, bro. This is a scary PA. Imagine running away from that wave, and you just see it explode behind you with blood, and you're just like, oh god, what did I just avoid?
See that?
1%.
50-50.
All right.
It's shifting into Team Spirit's territory. And understandably so, with how well they've been playing around their PA.
And here we haven't really talked about as much as Collapse. He just finished his Strength Blink. So he's actually a pretty big boy. He's the second most farmed core.
Oh my goodness.
On Spirit.
It's nearly getting right in and on top of them. Plus, it's got a minute and a half left on the Aegis.
What a weird net worth distribution. The top net worth on Tundra is their offlaner, and then their mid, and then their carry. And then on Spirit, we have carry, offlaner, and then mid. It's just all in this weird random order. That's what happens these days, though. Especially with the Doom.
Oh! That was a good blind jump there onto Toronto Tokyo, but he was ready to react with the BKB. Make sure that they're not able to keep him locked down, and now Nine has to put the BKB himself to get out of it. Same for Skeeter. As Tundra, they tried to catch Team Spirit by surprise there with that initiation, but Spirit, they're ready. And this will be another Tier 2 tower taken by Spirit. Tundra will have to back off whilst those BKBs are on cooldown on all 9. He gets caught there by the jump of Mirror.
Spirit officially has a lead in this game. Officially has a gold lead. Maybe they have one in the laning phase, or like bounty runs or something like that. There's too many Lincolns. It's just they can't. Like Tundra can't press any spells on Spirit.
They can't.
Is this 5 Lincolns? We almost have 5.
We're gonna get there. We're absolutely gonna get there.
Is Maposhka going for one? No, he's not. All right, it's just.
He might. I mean, he's not got his next time queued up. Maybe 5's too many. You know.
If 5's. Well, you know what? Against this lineup, I don't know.
Against the Dooms, you know, and the Demonic, but yeah, there's a lot of single target.
There's going to be 3 Purges at some point. Yeah, that's 3 Lincoln Spheres that you need.
Yeah, these Lincolns are feeling very, very good.
Oh, there's a DD.
All right, into the bottle here for 9.
Yeah, 9 built to right-click, so he can actually use this It's going for the Revenant's Brooch. All right, cool. I like it. I mean,
Okay.
that's got to be big damage.
Dire's courier has been killed.
But I mean,
and it gives you True Strike for the attacks, right? Let me look. Let me read it.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, they do 5 attacks.
5 attacks with True Strike, magical damage. I mean, there are BKBs, so you've got to be smart about when you pop it.
Well, it goes... Let me see.
Oh, talking about 9. He's going to have the toss back, but the BKB's there before any sort of stun can come in from Skeeter. So Collapse will walk out of this.
It says it deals no damage to magic immune targets.
Correct, yeah. If you pop BKB, you're taking nothing from the rest.
BKB is technically spell immunity, not magic immunity. But
I mean, you can take it up with... Because I'm like 9.
I know it doesn't work on BKB.
Yeah.
But there's this weird distinction in Dota between
that is true.
spell immunity and magic. Magic immunity is usually 100% magic resistance.
What's going on here? Toronto, Tokyo. It's ready to start things. Tundra, they'll try and get up at 9. Caught by the overwhelming blink range, so it has to BKB his way out. Rolling Thunder coming to an end. Is there any opportunity to get in on this? Not really. Again, once they've had to use a BKB on one of their own cores, they don't want to fight. Spirit keeping Tundra pressured right up until their base.
Yeah, this game is going to be completely determined by the next team fight. And it's all about the Doom. That's all it is. If somehow 33 can pull 33 Dooms out of his pocket and get through 5 Lincoln Spheres, then Tundra will win the fight, and then they'll win the game. But it's looking pretty good for Spirit right now. I think they're chilling. Like, the odds are in their favor, and they can feel it. They're just kind of running around the map, doing whatever the hell they want, whereas you can feel the pressure from the side of Tundra. You can feel that they don't want to have the wrong hero walk in, whereas, like, Collapse is just blinking onto the mid-wave like a madman. He doesn't care, because they feel so confident that they can win the fight, as long as Yutoro doesn't get doomed.
I mean, the question is as well, with all the Lincolns that Spirit are sort of building up, is it at the point now where Yutoro himself can actually get something instead of his own Lincolns? Because he's got so many people that are just going to be throwing the buff on him? Is that why he's changing out the slot? Or I guess you're still just removing the boots next, right?
I think, yeah, you just get rid of the boots.
Get rid of the boots.
He already has the ninja gear, so it's 25 move speed that you're getting from that.
Yeah.
He's jumping around with Phantom Strike, with Aghanim Scepter, so I feel like he's got the mobility.
Yep. And then that next item for the boot slot. I mean, it could be the Skadi, but Skadi's now being built by Toronto Tokyo. He's going to have that for the team. Ready to put the debuff on Tundra.
Yeah. Yeah.
So here we go. There's some numbers for you, Jenkins, on the screen.
Pia armor 30. 65% reduction. Very nice. 114% more damage. This thing's going to more than double his damage. That's wild.
For 5 hits. But then again, I guess 5 hits is all you might need.
With Tiny, that's all you're hitting. And that's all you need, yeah.
He hasn't quite got it yet, though, of course, the Revenant's Brooch. He's got the money for the Mystic Staff, but looks like he may be saving for buyback on top of it.
Although it might 0% his damage if he hits into BKB.
That's the problem. The BKB can make that very expensive item feel kind of awkward. You know, once you've popped it and you're ready to use those 5 hits, there's no option to turn it off as far as I'm aware. You know, you're committed.
Yeah. He doesn't quite have it.
Yeah, I think he wants buyback.
He's saving for buyback instead. And Roche just respawned.
Yeah.
That's a big juicy Roche too. We got 4 items on that big boy.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't get better than that.
If you're looking at these heroes, who would love an Aghanim's? You know, who's getting a huge power spike to that?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Probably Pango. I mean, I feel like you got a Basher on this guy. He's getting a Skadi.
Oh, look at this. Skeeter. He's trying to take this fight, but he's just going to die. He is dead. He's trying to take down Toronto Tokyo with a Doom on him. There's no chance for him to live the first time. He'll buy back for this fight. It's 9. His BKB's coming to an end. Skeeter has TP'd across here with a buyback, but they're losing the supports. 9 will jump back in. He in turn takes down Raposhka. Got the catch onto collapse. BKB's out in time. He's held in position by this Muñec Purge. Mira jumps forward to try and help out. Skeeter turns with the stun. Nine's there, has the control to take
Everybody's
down Mira.
buying back.
They're putting everything into this fight. Yatoro jumps forward. He's going to get tossed over towards the side. 33's in with the stun onto the two of them. Pops the refresher, but the rolling thunder from Toronto Tokyo comes in. X-Force stun as well. 33's in trouble. The bash from the daggers. Tundra, they've got to back out of this.
He has no buyback.
He's not going to get the chance to escape. Caught to the side of the fight. He's gone for 2 minutes. 9 will buy back, but this is just a rescue mission. They've got to get 33 out to safety. But they've found him in the trees. The sentry's down. They've caught him with a bushwhack. They're dropping the ultimates here, trying to keep them off 33. But they're jumping in with a dagger. 9 turns with a hit. He's hitting hard. He's cleaving big in with a tree. It's enough to take out Toronto Tokyo 33. The BKB's back up. The physical from Maposhka and Mira. It's enough. They bring down 33. Triple kill for 9, though. 9, he's keeping the game alive here for Tundra. This will be the buyback from Yatoro. In onto 9. Keeps it alive momentarily, but now he's down as well. So the status here, just 2 players up on both sides.
33 and Soxa both have buyback. They're the only 2 heroes with buyback in the game. Everybody else, that was 8 buyback. I mean, he's in that fight.
He's going to have to use it 33 surely.
It's going to be 9.
Yeah, there we go.
And I think Soxa might have to... Nah, he's okay. He doesn't have to walk in. They're just going to go for Roche.
Oh, this next
Can
push.
you fight this 3v2 against these heroes?
I mean,
with these ones?
How long until Doom's back online? 90 seconds?
90?
No, you can't.
Yeah.
Not without the ultimate or the BKB, surely. They can't take the risk of jumping
They're
into the
going
pit.
for it anyway.
I guess they feel like if they lose the Roche anyway, they probably lose the game, so...
It is 3v2, so it's a measure of like how much are those spells worth compared to the heroes that are down.
And the number situation seems to be intimidating Spirit. There's 33. He's going to start working on the rest of Roshan.
These are not 3 great Roche-taking heroes,
They're
though.
getting
That's
away
the
with
problem.
it. They're getting away with it, Spirit. They don't want to take the risk with just these 2. Or do they? Yatoro?
They see them in
I think
here.
they can.
They know they've walked in.
Yatoro can kill. Solo, there's Lincoln's buff coming to an end. Jump forward. But the BKB's out in time. 33, he's up to the high ground. He's in straight away on top of Collapse, but Collapse is able to put the BKB. Snaking in trouble. He'll try and escape, but the Blink forward with the overwhelming Blink kills Snaking off. 33, he'll go for the TP out towards the end of the BKB. He's away. Yatoro, he needed that bash from the dagger, doesn't get it. 33 lives. Spirit, they push them away from the pit for now, but now the heroes are respawning. Skeeter's back up. So it's not as easy for Spirit to get in, even though they get that kill onto Snaking to finish this Roshan.
Spirit's just got to be careful for 10 more seconds, and they have everybody alive. They're just playing it safe. They know Skeeter could jump in and blow up one of these heroes.
Yep.
Collapse has no buyback. He's got to be a little careful here.
Spirit into the pit. Tundra, they're close. With the damage of Yatoro Collapse in Toronto, Tokyo, there won't be any chance for Tundra to get in. So Spirit, they get the Roshan and all its benefits at the end of the day.
Okay, so that was that all 10 buybacks? I think that was all 10. None of them have buyback. That's insane. Nobody has buyback in this game. Okay, well, it could still go either way. I don't honestly think that the Aegis matters all that much right now, because you kill any one of these heroes and it's important. It's obviously you know, slight. Maybe not slight. It's an advantage, but it's not as bad as if this were like 40 minutes into the game.
Okay, so you don't think Spirit's going to be that comfortable with pushing high ground?
You still have to be very careful, because if any of these other heroes die without buyback, it's just a rundown mid, and like, who gives a shit if there's an Aegis? If it's 5v3, you just kill the guy twice.
Astra and Tundra, they take down towers very quickly themselves as well, of course, with this tiny 9.
Everybody's playing it safe because they know nobody has buyback.
It's a dangerous spot to be in for both sides.
Although they are... It's only 3 minutes that both sides have to wait, because that crazy-ass fight finished a few minutes ago. Like, it's actually been 4 minutes since then. Or 5, so... They will have buyback soon enough. I think if you're Spirit... Let's see... If you wait for these buybacks, though, the Aegis is going to have despawned by then.
I think you might value the buybacks more.
Yeah.
You know, you're more important in one person having a second life or the whole team.
Or the entire team. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
They might just wait it out.
Yeah.
Coming close, of course, as well to the 60 minutes.
Man, Collapse has a Satanic on Dragon Knight, so this guy is playing to carry the game as well. I like this build a lot because we're putting a lot of emphasis on the Doom being cast on PA, but if he builds to be a carry as well, like late game DK is nothing to scoff at. It's really insane, actually, once you get your items. So it puts less pressure on Yatoro to, you know, not get doomed, because it's like, oh, well, at least I have another carry. On the flip side, though, 9, he's got that Revenant's Brooch. Double his damage. Like, he's going to do an insane amount if he's allowed to in the next fight.
You've got to watch out for really who the two of them are getting the jump on, 33 and 9. If they get in on someone, get a Doom, round of Lincolns, all these Lincolns that Spirit's going to be sharing between themselves, and 9 gets the punches in, probably will guarantee the death of that hero.
Yeah, you know, the good news is we're getting to the point that Lincoln Spheres are a sellable item. Like, maybe you throw the Lincolns away for one of these 7k gold items. Because what else? What else are you going to throw away?
Oh, they're in. And the other see already, Collapse, he's caught in the high ground. They tried to get something going, but Collapse is dead. Outside of the base, though, 9 in trouble. And they get some safety here with the defensive disruption coming out, but the kiss is raining down on the backline. Stacks for Snaking have to back off. Toronto Tokyo's Rolling Thunder locks down 9. There's Tundra. They've lost 2 heroes. 9's buyback up in a minute and 46 seconds, so not even before he naturally respawns here. This is a bit of a window for Spirit to keep going with the Aegis on Yatoro. It takes some buildings. Miposhka trying to set things up in the trees. 9 has the courier out, seeing if they can sort of scout out his position. He'll be able to poke him with the set of the bushwhack. Yatoro's going to jump forward. They have enough stones to break through the Lincolns. 33, post the refresher. He's able to turn, get the Doom down onto the support. He'll focus the Snapfire.
He's so tanky at this point, he doesn't even care. He also has the... He has his Eon Disc, if he wanted to use that. Yeah, that's not the Doom target that you want, man.
They're getting it back hard. There's 33. BKB's back up. Bushwhack there. Looking down the 2, and the Yatoro's in. He's managed to finish up another. That's going to be Skeeter going out as well. Down for 133. The last one left alive, and they'll call it. That's no buybacks available.
Wow.
GG. Team Spirit. They'll take this second game and bring this series now to 1-1.
9 paused. Is slamming his keyboard. Okay, I see. Yeah, wow, that was... I mean, Spirit, they basically did the same thing that they did last game, holding the game out for until, you know, they hit a timing where Yatoro can carry the game, except in this one, Yatoro actually had a game, and he's playing PA instead of Ursa, a hero that I think does a lot with the item timing, the 3 item timing. The moment he hit that, it felt like, it's like, oh man, Tundra's got to be careful. Oh man, Tundra's losing this. Oh man, there's no way that Tundra wins this. Like, that's how it felt as soon as he hit that 3 item timing. So yeah, that's he's looking like Yatoro got in that game.
He certainly was. He played it very, very cool, and his team around him, just, you know, they had him covered, right? With all these Lincoln pickups. And just sort of the way that Toronto, Tokyo, and Collapse, you know, these tanky, beefy frontliners were able to make sure that there was just never any chance really to get to the PA, and even when you did, you weren't able to do anything about it.
Yeah, just walk up a high ground, you know, die, buy back. It's like, all right, my PA didn't get doomed. My PA didn't have to walk up the high ground. We're good. That's all they had to do.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I think an excellent action-packed game 2, of course, bringing us to the and Tundra.
Thank you, Owen. What an absolute barnstormer of a game. You guys wanted this to go to game 3. So did we. We'll talk about that game, though, after the break. See you in a sec. Welcome back. I hope you've had a chance to catch your breath. That was an hour of absolutely superb Dota. The guys I was watching it with, Purge, T, and Fogged, all said that has to be the game of the tournament so far. That we've seen anyway. You may have different ideas, but I mean, that was just a ridiculously good game. Incredibly exciting, very tense. Kev, what did you make of it?
I mean, it looked like after like the 15-20 minute mark, like Tundra was firmly ahead. They were getting dooms off on important heroes. That looked great, but the Lincoln Spheres buying time, and then also the fact that your carry's just invisible all the time. Yeah. It's already hard to doom through Lincolns, but the fact that he's invisible and has like 2 to
17
3
Lincolns on him, yeah.
How can you land your abilities? So even though Doom has this massive net worth with all these Dooms available, and Grimstroke with the same, it's like getting both those heroes on the right heroes to link them and doom them both. It was so hard.
So, and Yatara had like these spidey senses of like, where, like he's farming bot lane, and there's this one perfect spot where Tiny comes from behind him, and he's like, I'm not going that way. Like they're like this far away, legit this far away from breaking, and then he dodges the ward as well to continue farming. I think Yatara he was like, boys, we can't be losing this series. He like leveled up in this game. It was insane.
I feel like he had this like amazing game that's kind of overshadowed a lot of the rest of the players on his team, and I don't want to take away credit from them because I think Miposhka actually kind of carried as this hoodwink.
Some of
a lot
those
of the
bushwhacks were ridiculous.
The Roche fight, right? He gets 3 heroes, which allows the PA to be able to go in a lot of these times too. I actually like. I was watching this hoodwink most of the fights. I'm like, oh my god, like 3-man bushwhack, and giving vision also with like the Acorn as well too.
Well,
so
let's
big
have a
credits
look.
to him.
We've got a couple of replays that we selected during the game. This was the one where we were like, when Tundra win, because at this point it looked like they were going to, this was the moment that really sealed just how effective this lineup can be. We get the Grimstroke ult with the double doom on the perfect heroes, and then they almost get away, but in comes Tiny, tosses him back onto the other target, and bingo bango. And at this point, it looked really bad for Spirit.
Yeah, and this is kind of what Tundra wanted to do, was like continue every time they had the spells available, find the fights, get the double dooms off, and roll through, right? But then it's a couple times when they don't execute that, it gives that breathing room. You have, your Taro making the plays, you have Miposhka hitting the big stuns and stuff, and because of that, it gets so much harder to hit this Doom. Like, you're trying to Doom through a Lincolns, but then like Toronto Toko is throwing the Lincolns onto Yataro. So then he's got his Lincolns, his mate's Lincolns, a refresher for his Lincolns, and poor 33, he's there like, boys, I've got 2 Dooms. I need some help here, guys. Like, it gets really hard. So, like, Spirit punishing Tundra when, like, in one play, instantly opens up the game for Spirit just to, like, walk it.
Well, let's have a look at the other replay, because this might be Spirit on their way back.
And this is kind of what we were just talking about, right?
Yeah. It feels like they like leveled up and played off of each other of how to protect versus the Doom really well too. We've seen a couple fights like Tokyo comes in and stops the animation of a Doom or something with the roll as well too. It was, yeah, beautifully done. And sometimes like 33, he'd also just get like the wrong target with the Doom because like everyone was stacked up super hard too, and it was just a bash coming in, a rolling thunder, mini stun also. It was really difficult just to him to get the sequence of Doom off.
You say wrong, it's more like he's getting jumped, he's about to die type of thing, or it's like, all right, I've just got to do something in this fight because if I'm dead, so it's just so difficult. Spirit just played this so well.
It's great adding that unpredictability of the matches. Sometimes that's like crit or evasion, or in this case, like random Lincoln's Lotus Spheres coming out at these super highest levels. Making the correct decision is so important. But if he gets bashed at the wrong time, doesn't get Doom off before he dies, it's like, well, I might as well throw my spells out, do the best I can. So that's why all these like unpredictable stuns that like interrupted the chain stuns or the combos were so big.
Let's have a little check-in with our roving reporter, the young, bearded, and handsome Tsunami. Sir, how are you?
Yeah, I was roving. I was actually roving in the cafeteria watching that game, and I made the critical mistake of watching an intense Dota game while eating spaghetti and a white shirt.
Oh,
so,
dear.
I know. I was agape watching that Phantom Assassin, those Lincoln Sphere plays. Can you see it? You can see it.
I think we could, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
that's a good...
yeah. Dead giveaway. Oh, that's a disaster.
Don't hide my shame.
Double down
But it was
next time
intense, and now I'm very curious to see how, because Tundra have not lost very much in this tournament so far. They've lost 1 game so far, now their 2nd game, and both of them against Eastern European opponents, so maybe a little bit of their kryptonite, but how they recover is always the most exciting part, and so this is the most animated chatter I've heard coming out of this booth to my left, and Spirit have been cold-blooded the entire time. The most I ever heard was a lot of Roshan, probably because that's the only word that I understood, but also because it was a very important objective in this fight. But other than that, I think Spirit has had ice in the veins ever since TI.
Wow. Awesome. Well, keep your ear to the ground, Tsunami, and we'll check in with you perhaps later on, maybe even after
with a different shirt.
Game. With a different shirt. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, spaghetti's always tricky. You know, I think if you're going to eat spaghetti with a white shit, you got to go for a white sauce, like carbonara or something like that, so that if you do get someone new, it's not as noticeable. Just a little tip there, I think. Or just use a napkin. Tuck it in there.
Style from now.
Hangs down.
What about like an apron, just like cover?
Apron.
Splash shield, something like that.
Something like, or a bib.
Yep.
Bib.
A bib.
A bib.
That'd be nice, yeah.
Right, so obviously Tundra, I think, from what you guys were saying, did enough to win that game early on, but were they outplayed by Spirit, or did they just take too long to get there?
I feel like they got outplayed a little bit. The PA was really fantastic in terms of its high burst damage, high physical damage. He got his battle fare in okay time. He got his items, even though they lost those fights. It was all right, because once Utoro got in the game, he brought the damage to the stuns, that got a bunch of kills, and then he was ultra evasive. So I feel like if he just didn't have Blur, if he had some other skill, I feel like they can win that fight. They can win that game, because they're going to doom him enough times, even through Lincoln Spheres. But it was just way too hard otherwise.
Yeah, I think he did some cool stuff, like the early purchase of the shard. I think that's something interesting. We're seeing it more, and I've watched him even on a lot of the games where he's playing in pubs versus the strength tanky cores. He likes the shard. Who cares if there's nothing to break? Just the damage that you output with your jump, because you're all about you jump in one stun, blow that target up immediately. Fan of Knives does a lot of damage, 16%. It's pretty significant.
Of max HP or current?
Max, right?
Okay, yeah, that's quite good then. Yeah.
T?
Yes, Ted?
I thought you were going to add to the things.
I mean, I just really enjoyed what we got to point. I didn't really have anything to add. Nah, they got it. Other than Ninja Gear.
Sígueme en Mix u Instagram con Miller Gameplay. Recuerda que estamos on live en Trovo, Twitch y FB a partir de las 18
How
horas.
vision and seeing the PA was really hurtful for Tundra. Like if you're able to get the Doom off, you can. But then
it's
he had
almost an underappreciated element of the hero.
Exactly, yeah. So then you had two forms of it. So even if one was on cooldown, he had the other one. So yeah, I think overall, again, I'm just so happy with that second game. I was really kind of worried
Aquí
that
andamos,
Tundra would
Tech.
have the double Dooms, walk it.
Right.
Oh, Spirit's the lower bracket. So.
But instead, we got a terrific game of Dota, and there is a third coming up after this break. You will not want to miss it.
Reset, crank the volume, bring a friend. Cancel all your plans because this party won't end. We know where we're at, crank the volume, bring a friend. Cancel all your plans because this party won't end. We know where we're at, crank the volume, bring a friend. Cancel all your plans because this party won't end.
Ah, yes. Game 3. I always love these. Games 1 and 2, they're just the appetizers, and now for the main course. The potential here to progress in the upper bracket, and for the loser, defeat, and being knocked down to the lower bracket, where the scum reside. No offense to the teams in the lower bracket. No offense to the teams in the lower bracket. Big fan. Big fan, just saying. It's the scum bracket.
They're going to clip that perfectly. It's going to be amazing. Your little sorry, your little apology, gone. That never happened.
That's gone.
So first best of 3 we have, and it goes 3 games.
Oh,
seems pretty hyped for the tournament.
Good.
I'm happy about that.
I'm excited.
I want every best of 3 to go 3 games. I want grand finals to go 5 games.
Wait, it's an 8 game. It's BO8.
I thought it was BO11.
An even grand finals, yes. Let them
I
draw.
think we
share
should
the
play
trophy.
mercy rules.
Oh, new bands.
We got adaptation.
You
new
just
stuff.
keep playing
No
until
Pugna ban.
someone calls it quits.
So Pugna's not banned. Pango's gonna get taken out. Tundra, are they gonna ban Io? Leave the Pugna? Or are we gonna get Io in the pool?
Leave Io in. Ban something else for Christ's sake. You can kill Io. He's just a ball.
Just be fair, though,
you can open up drafts too much, but
Team Spirit, okay, they do ban the IO. I was gonna say, maybe the only lenience here is so far at the major, Team Spirit, when first pick and IO is available, they'd pick it after.
Later.
But, yeah, later, exactly. So potentially Tundra was maybe running, like maybe they don't pick it, but instead they ban it out, leaving the Pugna available.
So it's Pugna, CK, Grimstroke, Bane.
Keeper of Light.
There's the Pugna.
And what will they respond? The CK Grim?
They can't pick Kotl.
In this last time that they were against first pick Pugna, they did CK Pangolier and they did Doom Visage. Obviously, Visage is banned.
Pangolier also banned.
Pangolier banned.
Snapfire is always an option. You kill the ward with your
Shredder.
With your
The rough
Shredder.
attack,
You also
yeah.
can ult the targets that the decrypt. It feels like a really good hero in this series, especially too.
So CK Snap then?
CK Snap is a pop
CK Snap
combo.
sounds pretty.
You guys really don't think it's going to be Grimstroke?
I guess. I mean, it could be
down
either.
for that
I mean, it could be either. Yeah.
We're just getting excited about
Just
that.
get
Snap's
Snap.
not bad, but I just feel like Grim makes her lineup so much better because it combos with every melee initiator core that you end up drafting. It makes you so multi-dimensional.
Also lanes in either lane comfortably. Where Snapfire, you kind of have to play in the off lane because on 5 it's a bit more.
Oh, no,
Okay.
for
They'll just
Doom
go for the Doom
again.
instead. Cool.
Interesting.
But this time, it very much feels like the flex Doom of the 4 to 3. This isn't like the instantly locking it into a core role.
Will, do you think Tundra would ban a PA here, or do you think they're, having just seen it and lost to it, realized, he played it incredibly well, maybe we shouldn't let him have it again?
I think it depends on how Spirit sets up the rest of their draft, because in that previous game, they had multiple ways of stunning, initiating, covering each other that allowed the PA time to find her farm and also enter the key fights with ease.
I feel like every game has Dragon Knight and CK that I've casted.
Yeah,
Or been on panel for.
Yeah.
Seen him a lot, seen both of them a lot.
The Knights are in full force at this tournament.
I would need the 3 bans by each team back. Make it actually 4 bans from each team. Let's just make the draft an extra 20 minutes.
Just like shave off a giant percentage of all Dota 2 heroes.
Yeah,
Would you rather be a Dragon Knight or a Chaos Knight?
Probably Dragon Knight, because at least then you're not like a weird demon thing.
I really like the way CK
Also,
looks.
CK is very short.
CK
When
looks
you actually
weird here.
When you take
Okay.
him off the horse,
Just
look
saying,
at the
here's
downsides
first
here.
of all, he has a horse. DK
like
doesn't have a
5'6",
horse.
but he's off the horse.
Dragon Knight
That's
is
my
It's
height.
like
Yeah,
us.
it's my height.
He
He's
is-
only a horse for a little while.
He just turns into the animal himself who needs a horse.
DK does look like he's on fire, which wouldn't be much fun.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're gonna ban it. That's really cool. Yeah. So full adjustment made.
Yep, ban that PA.
You did. I mean, Skeeter did. I feel like that was one of the rougher games of the tournament for him, just because he had that really hard counter matchup that he wasn't able to really shine at all as CK.
And again, it's kind of that same vision thing. If you can't really spot your opponents very well, and it becomes this like crazy game of like spotting the enemies that are invisible and jumping on them, it makes it harder for CK to play his game because he kind of is an initiator as well. He needs to be able to see heroes, jump and kill them,
Get his combo
pick a
off.
second one,
Yeah.
jump and kill that guy. Then he's happy. But if it's this like weird,
I mean, we saw there was a part in the game where he just got this amazing triple kill and just legged it off, and it was like, wow, this is what they wanted him to be doing the rest of the game, but they just couldn't find the PA.
yeah, it was really hard.
Question here for Tundra is, do they continue down this route, like the Underlord ban again? More of these CK cores that don't really get to be explosive going from kill to kill. Mirana.
Would have been good with the Dragonite as a stunner combo. Is anyone going to ban Grimstroke?
That's exactly what I was about to ask.
Good on
too.
both teams at this point, so somebody's going to have to do it. Maybe Tundra was thinking like, okay, they're going to have to ban Grim because we got Doom plus. I mean, surely Team Spirit has to ban Grim. Grim is so much better on Tundra's side. Double Doom plus CK combo. Like, you can't, unless they get to pick first.
They just want to buy in a full link.
They could just pick the Grim themselves first, I think.
The thing is that, what is it? Tundra have first pick out of the phase, right?
Yeah, you're right, actually.
So they'll be able to snipe it first.
So then they would have to probably, maybe, oh, if they did deal with it, but...
Surely you ban it.
Let's see what Mapushka's thinking.
It's so spooky to give them the double Doom again. I mean, if you can get another solution that works like the PA, then sure.
Is there any hero like a PA in that, though, right? PA is a pretty unique hero in that front.
Extremely mobile, has multiple ways to like disjoint, focus, sort of.
I mean, the snap is also very good. It is tough.
Now, do Tundra think Team Spirit might pick Grim here? There's a chance they pick it, almost like a block pick. Does it suit their draft?
It's good with Dragonite. Any like tanky initiator stun hero, it's really good with them.
So would it be possible for them to ban it, or do you think they leave it in the pool and they hope Spirit don't pick it? Some reason Tundra allowed to get it.
Well, Tuesday Tundra has the pick out of the phase, so.
Oh, they do have the first.
But you're right. They could also not pick it, and maybe it comes back around to them. But I feel like Team Spirit probably takes it at that point to give the. It's decent for them, and it gives a block pick.
So Spirit's first pug in the game at the major.
Is it really?
Yeah, and I'm trying to go back further and see if they played it during the playoffs as well, and they didn't do that then.
Interesting, because they've been in every game.
Yeah, so in the last month they've not played pug. Now, if I could even go back to the previous LAN that they played, the online one, they didn't play it then. So yeah, they actually haven't played Pugna throughout its entire popularity in the meta.
Grim's still amazing on Tundra if they want to pick it in the last. Now they can.
Bane is selling it. You're selling it.
Double grip, double doom.
I think the Bane is a really cool element though versus the Pugna heals and as well the tanky DK. I think Enfeeble is something that is something we have to really keep an eye on this game.
So yeah, the value of Enfeeble and Bane now is that you can go like 2-point brain zap in lane, get Nightmare, then you max the Enfeeble, and in these key early engagements, you just chuck it on the carry. They don't have like the BKBs and stuff to be able to get rid of it, and you can actually really help offset the backlines of Spirit and what they're trying to provide.
I suppose that's true, because Doom isn't exactly, it doesn't buy Spirit Vessel, doesn't really fit into his build, so you can kind of look at it as the solution there without needing gold.
And the key thing is from Tundra, when you have Doom, you need to be able to localize the fight and decide if you are dooming someone, this is where you're going to die. You can't allow them time to chase away, so having Bane, like Grimstroke, we mentioned it like 24 times so far, but these type of heroes, once you get the Doom off, you're going to keep them in the same spot. You're going to be able to actually kill them off and force out a positive engagement.
And they could potentially have the double Fiend's Grip, double Doom.
I
mean, you have to say it though, because if Spirit doesn't pick it, there's a high chance Tundra does.
Oh yeah, they still pick it 4, of course.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Spirit.
So Spirit,
25 times
maybe something they're discussing about.
Can I get a 26? 26, anyone?
Ooh, a little different. Luna with AoE damage can be seen as a bit of a CK solution. Lots of bursts.
This is a lot of push from Spirit as well.
The lane though, that's the main thing. I think against Liquid, they were doing like DK Hoodwink. We saw Luna return then, and it completely destroyed the lane. Same thing here, I feel like with a Doom. Doom doesn't pressure the lane. Luna naturally will be able to thrive and pressure. And Luna falls flat as a core when you don't have a great lane and you're kind of playing recovery.
They'll take Rubik. Okay, so now they have a lot of ways to counter Fiend's Grip too. Even the Lucent Beam, the Rubik can steal, lift, etc.
He kind of wants them to pick Grim now, so he buys an Ags, gets the Starbind, and Doom.
Well, all the spells that he would steal are also amazing there. So double range lane too, right? So Spirit, the Pugna Luna versus the Doom, this loose, like just the aura beating on these melee heroes can be really problematic. We've seen a couple of these melees offlaners really struggle versus the damage that comes out.
And if they do Grimstroke, Rubik is a bit of a solution against it. It's something Beast Ghost used consistently to try to counter that out, but they're going to go for their other preferred hero, Beastmaster.
Push which up?
For Doom?
Flexible Doom. Doom can still be 4 in mid here, but the main thing here is now that your Beastmaster, potentially the Axis spam that we mentioned on the pre-show, the fact that 33 likes to be a little bit different with his Beastmaster, not always just going for boar, still an aggressive lane.
And he's better against the supports too, I feel like, because once you get a boar on either Rubik or Pugna, they have to use spells to defend themselves in a lot of cases. And this also gets you away from Doom being just countered by the Luna carry, right?
Yeah.
This like Helmet Dominator pickup plus Doom BKB, CK with like an armlet, they're going to want to group together and barrel through Team Spirit. Like, Rubik's quite a weak hero. In lane, you secure range creeps, you stop pulls, but you still need time to feel like a good hero. Same thing with like Luna. For Team Spirit, there is going to be a big window where Tundra get to kind of get the ball rolling and just walk aggressively into Team Spirit, unless Team Spirit's lanes, of course, go really well.
I like Tundra versus Pugna, or sorry, but Beastmaster versus Pugna too. The scouting. Pugna is this hero that you have to find in fights. I think always having a vision element is going to be pretty much needed, actually, versus Pugna.
What happened, Twitch chat, where we switched
Doubters? I remember once when you read the comments saying, I can't believe the commentators joined the other team that just won the previous game, and now look at them.
Yep.
Not doing what we do.
Cowards.
Sometimes, yeah. We're all cowards.
Is that an Invoker ban and
a Storm ban?
And a Storm ban,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when you look back at Tundra's bans when they picked CK in the first phase, often it would be more of these elusive mid heroes as well. Storm Ember against Boom, they did the same thing. Puck Storm Ember with a ban, so maybe we see that also shift into this part.
Once again, the last phase bat ban, when they realize they do not want to be ran at by that powerful mid hero. 9 still can flex between Doom or other heroes, so they're still adapt to what Team Spirit goes for.
Very single target focus for Tundra though.
Very
right
single target, indeed.
And that's why, like, from their mid hero, any bot spying hero that can utilize the Beastmaster Dominator potentially, and have a little bit more AoE presence, be it like a Void Spirit style hero, Invoker to some degree.
Coddle.
Is Coddle still available?
Coddle's still available.
Yes.
Okay, there we go, yeah. Slapping a Coddle there, Chief, and
it does seem pretty good. Like, if he gets...
With the Pugna Wood though, it's not as good.
But you're so far back most
The reason why the other day we saw the Kunkka do really well versus it, so I'm seeing that Kunkka ban, right? So that's where it's like the Coddle really
good call,
perhaps sticking out for me. And he has the tanky frontliners to set him up, and he has like the Illuminate heal is really useful with
and the Storm ban as well also covers the Coddle as well, yeah.
I think that Tundra's perhaps looking at the keeper.
No, yeah, I'm super happy from if that comes into play. So yeah, I feel like the value of Boots of Travel with Beastmaster is insane, and then laning dominance helps as well, and it all just kind of works together.
It's a little anti-mobility if they do pick Coddle at least, so that'll solve some of it.
Yeah, it's a really nice group lineup from Spirit. This DK, Luna, Puck, Tricor playing together can really look to like siege down towers, win a lot of fights together. Easy, like before BKBs are out, it's an overwhelming amount of magic damage from
the stacks in the triangle, so she can retreat to that, have the item advantage. So when Tundra comes fighting, Luna's up front, ready to fight, and then you have the supporting cast enabling. If she's even on net worth, I feel, it might just be a struggle for what we see from most Lunas at the major so far.
Yeah, and if she gets ran at, usually she gets blown up pretty quick, and they've got decent heroes for that, but Pugna can cover her too with the Nether Ward and heal, so she does have a decent outlook. And with the Puck, they're good against Bane as well. Little silences here and there can be really disrupting for Tundra's team fight.
Do you think that Puck here is even Team Spirit saying, we know you can pick Coddle, at least he can phase shift the Coddle blast and not just get blasted out of lane?
That's a good point.
Yeah, he can jump to the back line, always be able to avoid inside of the fights. Doesn't die to the Coddle as easily as most heroes that I've seen. Like even like Mars's, I've seen dying to the Coddle with these. But we'll see. I mean, Tundra's taking some time, so it looks like they're discussing something.
I think Voice for it is also on the cards here. If they want a little bit more control and more fight, maybe some silence to deal with the Pugna as well. Because you already have like Bane Beastmaster will be dealing with the Luna, and then you kind of want someone else just to put the Rubik and the Pugna a little bit further back in the fight. Isolate the Luna. As she steps up, you want someone to kind of also jump to the back and deal with them. You don't really have that with Tundra.
Yeah, I mean, they have vision, so like they could use vision plus blinks on either CK or And yeah,
It
they
is the
do end up
Kunkka.
grabbing the cutoff.
Kind of with the bands, right? The Storm Kunkka band kind of just like just made it
That
like,
was the
glaring,
giveaway, right?
yeah, glaring to me at least.
That's
And then they wanted someone that can sit in the back, and it works. It works with CK. It gives everybody mana, it gives everyone healing when you're pushing with the Beastmaster too.
The fact they drafted it really slowly, though, despite those tells, makes me think that they're just not. It's maybe not the most obvious gotcha pick. Like, it's something that fits their draft well, but it does have some weaknesses against Puck or Dragonite. Like, if he gets chain stunned and there's follow up, I just feel like he gets blown up. So they've got to play really well.
It's also, they could just be discussing what type of lanes they'll be playing into, and if the timings will be able to synergize. Because if they think they can have like a 10-12 minute timing around Beastmaster and it should be successful, then picking the aggressive coil will kind of fare better. So I think maybe as well they're just trying to get a bigger picture of everything, using their reserve time to some better effect.
All right, that's the draft. You can see it on screen. Very exciting. Some big differences from the previous game and some heroes you saw in the last one as well. I think this promises to be an absolute cracker. Very quickly, Kev, who do you think?
I like tanky heroes, so I'm going to go with Tundra this one.
Tundra.
I don't really like Luna that much, so Tundra.
Tundra. Tundra all the way. Owen and Jenkins have a fantastic cast. See you guys in a bit.
Thank you very much, Ted. Yes, game 3, ladies and gentlemen, all very exciting, especially after the game 2 we just had. Ready to start any moment now between Spirit and Tundra. Jenkins, we just heard from the panel, they really like sort of what Tundra's got going on, you know, back to maybe more closer to sort of the timings and the pushing that they're going to be able to achieve like they did in game 1.
Sure.
But the thing I felt like from Spirit's side, they probably kind of knew that Kotl was going to be coming out. So yeah. They almost to the point didn't really care that Kotl was left in.
It looked like it. I mean, with the bands, it was telling, and you know, Spirit's the team that picked the Kunkka against the Kotl. So yeah, they knew. They just felt like we don't care. You know, you pick the Kotl, we'll get the Puck. We're gonna catch you out. I honestly don't care about either of the drafts. I just want to see another 60-minute game. That last game was awesome.
Absolutely.
I want to see more of that. Spirit versus Tundra. It doesn't get better than that. Like, these guys are just such a pleasure to watch in the mid to late game.
I mean, and, you know, looking at the drops in terms of like the heroes that we've got coming out, is there any sort of hero you feel could have a really good game here with the setup that we've got?
Oh, let's see. Well, Rubik for sure. I mean, definitely Rubik. Like, you have so many good abilities to steal. The Fiend's Grip's an easy steal. The Roar, you can get the Doom. CK Stun's even amazing. As we see some smoke on smoke action happening here, by the way. Spirit's got a ward. This is... I mean, I guess it's just on whoever gets the stun off first. Yeah, the Spirit, they know that there's a ward there. Toronto Tokyo is pinging it.
30 seconds to battle.
And they're not going to go for the D ward. Oh, there they go. Yeah, because they saw it in the inventory with the ward that they had placed. Surprised there was no fighting there. I'm quite surprised. Both teams not willing to risk running into 5 heroes and just seeing what the hell happens.
The battle begins.
All right. Yeah, won't be able to do anything with that. It's just going to be the...
One for one. No. We chilling. See, how many sticks do we have in this game? How many sticks we got? How many on the Spirit side? That's a relatively stickless game, actually.
Yeah. This time we've got, 33 on his beast to just be going for the straight Helm Rush.
Oh, yeah. The classic. You don't need regen. That's what supports are for.
Yeah, Saxo ready to help out with the 6 Stangos he'll start with. Let's see how these matchups go. So as we saw with the bans, the Tundra, they were trying to set up for 9 to have a solid, easy lane in the mid. Should he get that against a Puck? It's going to be pretty simple for him to maximize farm straight from the start as a Kotl.
I think both will do fine. They're basically the same hero. You just nuke the wave out from far away. Puck can definitely dodge the Kotl blast though, so I think both heroes will be more than happy to farm here. I think Kotl will probably outfarm though.
Top lane. This is going to be some good blocking here from Collapse. Snaking getting very, very low, but Skeeter's in with the stun.
Snaking just being cheeky. Just zoning out 2 heroes there. Such good base stats. every time Bane gets nerfed, it's like it still seems like he's such a pain in the ass to lane against. Sox is gonna actually opt to cut the wave. So on the bot lane, Tundra is looking to play passive. They just want a 50-50. Get the Beastmaster his Helm Dom or his Helm of Iron Will, and then maybe after that play the lane a little bit more aggressively with some levels.
And of course, considering this bottom lane, we heard from the panel that not necessarily the biggest fans of Luna at the moment. I mean, what was sort of your opinion on this hero as a carry right now?
I know carries still like it. Like I've just heard from carry players, it's not that bad. Like B tier, I think. There are generally better carries, mostly because the Lucent Beam build has been nerfed so much. Like the cooldown on it, the damage, and that was kind of like the unique way to play Luna before. It's still decent, but you can always play Luna with Satanics and just be like a regular, you know, right-clicking type hero.
Some really good blocking from the two of them, but of course once that Lucid Beam's gone, the Saxon knows that he has a free way out with the TP. Top lane, Mirror. It's going to be a run down, and that'll be first blood. Skeeter finishes the job.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Tough lane for a little Pugna. Can definitely feed in against a Bane CK. I think we saw the Bane CK in the first game, actually. On the flip side, where you would have the Bane just nightmare, and then CK gets all this time to run over and get into position. Nice little double stack from 9, just playing to farm, which I think this is fair on the mid lane. Like, Puck is just going to push the wave out as well, so you may as well push the wave out faster and just kill multiple camps instead of only killing the easy camp. Because realistically, Puck can only farm the easy camp.
Of course, as we've seen, especially for 9 on his Cottle, when he gets this space and start, he starts hitting some insane timings. When you look at what Spirit have, do you imagine we're going to get any chance for Spirit to be able to come over to this area, this mid part of the map, and slow 9 down at all at the start?
When Puck gets Coil. I think when Toronto Tokyo has Coil, you can go for that play. I think it's definitely fine to go for that play, but the Spirit supports are a little bit... You know, there's not a Bane, there's not really like a setup hero. Rubik and Pugna are kind of +1s, so it is a bit weird. Not exactly like great gankers, but yeah, I mean, if the opportunity presents itself, I think you're always going to go for a play like that. That's just kind of how Puck is. Somebody steps out of position, you go for the coil, like no matter what lane they're in.
Let's see what Saxa can find.
What does he get? Oh, it takes the tornado.
Bottom. Poshka trying to some denies in under the tower there after 33 drags the wave round, but does have to be a bit careful, especially with Saxa coming back over. Those 33, he's got a fair bit of damage to work with those 2 points in the axes.
But Poshka's actually going to look for him. Instead of interrupting, he just right-clicks him to death. Yeah. Not much kill threat in this lane for either side, honestly. I don't know if...
I mean, they're going to try. That Fade Bolt stacks are getting low. It isn't quite enough.
He's got a Fairy Fire. He's kind of debating there. Yatara also has 9 stick charges, so he's more than comfortable down here, even though he's at 50% HP. He's happy enough. Speaking of happy, 9 is really enjoying his time.
This is just a textbook 9 Cottle starts the game. Maximum farm. Efficiency couldn't be any better here.
Yes. That's just a crazy amount of net worth of CS. 60 CS at 5 minutes. That's wild. 5 camp stack.
Well, bottom lane caught very, very low there. The two of them. Saxa and 33. As Toronto Tokyo finds an easy dream coil. They were not prepared for the puck to turn up like that.
Yeah, that is one thing a Cottle can't really do at this point, is turn up and kill 2 heroes in a lane like that. So Toronto Tokyo is basically like, well, you're going to farm, I'm going to farm your heroes.
That was a really nice quick move. And with the fact that, you know, yeah, 9's sort of spending that time hitting the jungle, the creeps are going to be pushed up and might not always be able to give that immediate information that the middle is missing.
Yeah, and it's not like 9 is gonna really pressure the tower either.
No.
It's a Coddle, it's not a Visage, you know? Although he's got the Boots of Travel already, and he is TPing bot to the Hawk. This is an early timing. I don't know if it... Okay. There's no kill threat here. But the tower...
A lot of push.
A lot of push.
Gonna see if they can try and get their hands on the posture. And they will deal with a knockback. Oh, there we... I mean, 9.
That's really great from Team Spirit, though, because they pulled this giant wave that was protecting the catapult, and they separate like that. So you either have to go with the wave and kill the Rubik, or dive with no wave and go for the carry. Although, now there is another wave.
I mean, yeah, 9's just getting ready to start playing with them here, bouncing them around. TP's coming in, Yutoro. Oh, dodge that blast. The 6 in the row, though, use that to just hold back Toronto Tokyo. The Saxa will be left behind the tower. Spirit, they get the kill, and they'll keep their tower alive. Really wanting to make sure that they don't buckle to the pressure of Tundra on this bottom lane.
Yeah, these are great rotations from Spirit. This is exactly what needs to happen to stop this, like, crazy death ball that could have occurred bot. They're actually going to get 33, it looks like, too. There's Coil.
As TP's coming down here on Tundra. See if they can keep him safe. 33 is going to be trapped. As Toronto Tokyo and Mirror get over to the other side of him, he's got nowhere to run. Spirit really breaking up exactly what Tundra want to achieve here with those early focus, that focus on the bottom lane.
That would have been an insane solo kill. But, and Collapse is playing on really low HP.
See over in the mid, Snaking. He's got a DD, so some extra damage coming in through that Nightmare with the right clicks. Mirror trying to duke it out with the trees. He'll put the stick charge, but Snaking's got it. See over towards mid as well. Maposhka trying to run, but Saxa staying on top of him. 9 blasts him out of the game. Saxa turned upon by Yutoro. He's got enough regen, though, to walk it off. Yutoro won't be able to find him in return. These blasts from 9 consistently coming out. I mean, he's already just dealing so much damage here in this early game.
This is a classic Yutoro move, by the way, moving towards the mid lane. I remember Toronto Tokyo should be fine.
I'll tell you what,
he's maybe not fine, actually.
He's not. That DD rune on Snaking there pretty much got them the 2 kills. This Bane coming in with some heavy punches.
You see a Puck versus a level 5 Bane, you think, like, there's no way, but he had the level 3 brain step up that entire time. Anyway, I remember something at TI. A lot of people were talking about Yutoro and how on these ranged heroes he goes mid instead of going to the off lane, because this happens if you go to the off lane.
And here's the setup top. It's just so hard to get away from these heroes. 9. He's already starting to give us again one of those world-class mid-call performances. 3 kills straight up. And the farm, no signs of stopping. Already 5k net worth at 9.5 minutes in.
Bienvenido a @YandetPoolSmile.
9. Gonna be able to get any control. Sort of Toronto tries with the phase shift there.
He hit him, actually.
Hit by the blast. I mean, it's just terrifying, Jen, because this
229-26-02-67 me agregas en esta cuenta jugamos mañana PES.
You've got to be ready for 9 just to be appearing from all angles at all times.
Yeah, he's everywhere, and he's picking up an Orchid too, so eventually this guy's gonna have disable for the Puck. You have to be so careful. Any of these heroes, I think including the DK, will die to an Orchid, plus just like the Coddle +1. And you can kill any of these heroes on the side of Team Spirit.
And as we say now, you've got to imagine that Spirit, they felt that they're going to have a way to deal with this, because those last 2 final bans from them, it was pretty much like the Bat and the Invoker. They left the Coddle in, and because I don't think you're forgetting about the Coddle when you're playing against Tundra.
No,
you know it's going to be there.
Especially not Spirit. No, they've thought about this hero a lot. Like they felt like they could deal with it, and it's looking like they can't so far.
Toronto Tokyo.
Not 9.
As soon as they sort of show that if you're caught by the root into the stun, he's in a lot of trouble here. He'll drop the Dream Coil, but he's knocked back into the blast. They're struggling with it.
Snake King is 6. And Maposhka is not, so there's no steal that can come in from the Fiend's Grip.
I mean, just blast after blast, kill after kill. 9, 5 kills already.
I think they can go smoke. Snake King's still got his Fiend's Grip up.
He's got... I mean, yeah, the amount of gold this Coddle has, it's just insane. Here we go. Straight away. 500 gold. The Orchid's going to be here. Almost certainly a record timing after the bots.
Yeah, that's insane. I feel like he was just halfway to it, but every time he shows up to a lane, he gets a couple of kills, and he's actually getting the bounty for these kills, too. It's not like he's just contributing to them. He's
getting.
He's CSing them, so he's 5-0-0. So none of the kills that he showed up for, he's just assisted in. He's getting all of the kills, so he's massive.
And with the way he's sort of playing the edge of the fights, the only one really that has a chance of setting up on him is Toronto Tokyo. But as we're seeing, when he goes in to look for the Dream Coil, Tundra, they've got ways to catch the puck. It's not like they lack the ability to make sure that, if Toronto Tokyo's committing, he will get punished.
Right. It's like there's a lot of projected ways to catch him, like the Roar, the Doom, the Ensnare that we saw come out. But there's just so many
that's the
that
thing.
he's
There's
getting
a lot.
caught by one eventually.
I'd say it's not an easy game for him.
It's not, no. But not for, like, super obvious reasons. I mean, the Bane is a good solution to puck, but still, it is one of the more projected ones when you're talking instant disables. Like, the Bane has to walk up, and Fiend's Grip's not that long of a range. They're setting up top.
I'll be lucky enough there, Collapse, to be just out of range of the Rift.
I like that Tundra does this. I've seen them do this in a lot of other games, where they just go posture somewhere where it looks like they're about to do some crazy Tundra shit, and then there's this massive response of TPs, and then immediately chain the play into a smoke somewhere else. Because now you know that there are two heroes that cannot get there if they make a play towards bot.
Spirit do seem to be aware of that sort of play from Tundra.
Oh, they
maybe
see
Toronto Tokyo.
Tokyo.
He's got to get out.
Great vision from Apochka. Like, he is protecting his team with his positioning. If he dies, who cares? It doesn't matter. Collapse. He's got a juke here.
Well, they've caught him with the silence and the stun. And there we go, course 9. Easily moving him back into the blast. That's another one for 9.
You know, Okado being this far ahead is so scary just because the move speed that he has, as well as the cast range, means it just feels like he's everywhere. You know? Like, look at this. I mean, he still spent a lot of time around the mid lane, but that's a lot. That's a lot of... What color is he? Why is that coming up as brown? I guess the heat map just has the brown as the color, the base color. But he's everywhere, and it's like he can be standing, you know, halfway between the tier 1 and the fountain and still catch somebody at the tier 1. You know what I mean? He's standing at the tier 2, catch somebody at the tier 1. I mean, like the range that he has is just so insane, and it's hard to go on him too because he's just so fast. And the distance that he can keep between you and him, it's like you need to smoke and get this guy. But the later and later the game goes, the faster he gets. And does he get more cast range? He does. More cast, way more cast range actually. 250 right now.
For Spirit, they're still finding the farm for Yutoro. He's making good progress in the jungle. It's just everywhere else around him is his other two cores unable to find the ability to make these moves against a much more mobile lineup of Tundra. Means that they will continue to fall behind, and a lot of the game will look to rest on the shoulders of Yutoro.
The problem is, I don't see Luna 1v5ing anymore.
I mean, especially in a game like this, right? There's so much sort of like single target. A lot of these heroes, they're a big problem for Luna.
And Mapochka's almost certainly dead. I don't see how he survives this. Even gonna use the grip just to make sure that if anybody shows up to this, they're not gonna help out.
Oh, this is getting pretty rough. This is sort of leaning the same way of the speed of performance that Tundra brought out in game 1.
Yeah, this is what they love to do. They need to catch 9.
See, top lane. I'm gonna try and take him down with the Eclipse. Mosquito's able to walk off to the side. And he's away. He's got backup as well, so Spirit, it's hard for them to really just blindly chase into this. There's 9. Around the trees and back under the safety of the Tier 1. Spirit won't be able to kill either of these.
It's just so hard to catch Caudle because of the distance that he can keep between you and him while he's contributing to a fight. He didn't even have the Spirit form there either.
And on the mid, 9, as soon as he's running away from your top, he's appearing in the mid and killing off a support.
Yeah, he has Arcane Rune. So Spear form is like 5 seconds downtime or something like that right now. And Boots of Travel, of course.
Now they're just going to run top.
9 seconds. He has them up again. He can go bot if he wants to.
See what they can find here, Spirit. Can they prepare for this move that Tundra's about to make? The Shitora, he's out. Straight away in the trees. He'll bail out of there. They'll leave behind the puck. And Mira also with no chance of escape. TP's on cooldown, even if he had the chance to use it. Another kill for Tundra. 14-4. 33. He's going to start going for the Roche.
Yep, he could almost solo it at this point. I think he's basically soloing it. Yeah. Wild Axes. Very nice spell.
See Skeeter and Snake King turn up. Make sure they get that Aegis into the hands of Skeeter. 17 minutes in, and now with the Aegis on the CK, you're going to expect Tundra to start looking towards those tier 2s. It's just a question really if Spirit's going to get to a point where they can fight around their Luna, get your Tora involved. As we saw there, even on that top plate, it's not easy for him, and even when he is there, still doubts of whether there's going to be enough damage to get these kills if they catch the members of Tundra.
The good news for Spirit is that the only hero that's really going to be taking the towers is Beastmaster. Caudle, one of the worst tower takers in the game. He does heal, so it's sustain. But in terms of actually doing damage to the tower, there's nothing. In CK, this is an illusion-based hero. Doesn't do very much damage to the towers until very late into the game.
do so even if they wanted to. They're still getting out on the map, keeping the creep momentum away from their base.
Só falhou na matemática mesmo.
Estudante não, é contraditório que eu falei. Exato. Então ele tá do lado já do seu bastão preto da realeza. Depois deve, né, comprar o machado do ogro justamente pra voltar a ter a lança dracônica que faz falta. Exatamente. Já tem BKB e é agora.
Agora é o momento que a gente pode lutar. Batem a fumaça, querem usar essa BKB da Luna. Você cá tem BKB, não tem BKB ainda, mas tem Aegis, vai atacar isso, vai.
E é bom essa luta funcionar, porque a Team Spirit entregou 2 torres pra que essa luta acontecesse dessa forma. O Skipper ainda de pé, ele vai micando pra frente, mas ele acaba perdendo a primeira vida. O tiro primitivo é utilizado em cima da Luna, apenas devolve bem, mas a fenda minguante cancela. Tem o Eclipse utilizado pelo Reator, a BKB dele vai acabar, vindo da realidade não puxa, mas agora sim. E não funcionou. Eu falei que era bom funcionar, acaba não rolando. A Coach vai ter que translocar, mas como?
Silenciado.
Vai translocar pro inferno, isso sim. E o Skitter consegue o duplo abate. Será que eles já vão tentar high ground?
Quando o primeiro uso da BKB da Luna dá errado, normalmente a Luna perde o jogo.
É, então. Precisava muito, tipo, a equipe da Spirit teve que ceder muitos objetivos pra que essa luta acontecesse. E acharam aqui o Pug, né? Ele achou que estava escondido, o Lâmina Infernal, e ele tá morto pro Nine. T3 é focada. Olha onde a equipe toda tá doidinha pra pular, velho. 18 a 4. T3 muito próxima de ser destruída, já é destruída. Também temos o quartel guerreiro sendo focado. Olha onde o Skitter vai, velho.
Acabou o respeito.
Noob que recompra do Pugna. A equipe da Tundra pode ter aberto mão de fazer essa temperatura por esse momento.
É, Skitter se empolgou. Padrão Skitter, né? Nada de novo sobre o sol. Ainda assim, vantagem total da Tundra nesse momento. E é que a gente falou que tem BKB, é o time dela, só que ao mesmo tempo tem muita coisa que passa no BKB. Né? Tem o ult do Beastmaster, tem o ult do Bane, tem o ult do Doom. Então não é aquela BKB, opa, liguei BKB, eu vou me jogar no meio de todo mundo, Daqui a pouco o sacar pra level 20 também, então outra skill que passa no BKB. A tendência é quando a luta da primeira BKB do mundo dá errado, tu perde. É a tendência, mas né? Tendências estão aí para serem quebradas.
Vamos ver, cara. Mas realmente, olhando todos os indicadores, todos os parâmetros, o jogo não é bom para Team Spirit. Tem um Nine gigantesco, que pra falar que é um herói muito frágil, mas quando ele tá 9/0, ou seja, não morreu em 25 minutos de jogo, você sabe que ele tá se posicionando bem.
Tipo, ele pode ser muito frágil, mas ele é meio rápido demais, né? Tipo, ele perdeu 10 de MS, mas o talento dele ganhou 10 de MS, se eu não me engano, não? Ou ele só perdeu 10 de MS e o talento já era de 20 de movimento speed? Eu não lembro.
Putz, eu acho que já era de 20.
Então tá, ele só perdeu de movimento speed, então tipo, ele não é mais o herói mais rápido do jogo empatado com o Pugna. O Pugna velocista tá bastante assim, o qual é ridiculamente rápido. Então, aquela fumaça que rolou já faz lá uns 8 minutos, enquanto o Colapso morre no mid, que eles tentaram pegar o Nine, o Nine só saiu correndo. É difícil jogar contra um Keeper grande, é bem difícil.
Eu achei que ele era um creep, o Pepe.
Quase, né? Contra Keeper não existe herói tanque, essa é a regra do Dota.
E agora a equipe da Tundra vem na bot lane pra terminar aquele serviço que começou.
E o time já começa a falar, Skitter, não pula, leva a barraca, não pula, Skitter, te acalma. Ele não, pô, quero pular, não, barraca.
Guys, tá safe, eu acho que eu vou fazer o jump certo, velho.
E ele pulou, ele fala, tá, não, pode pular, mas primeiro leva a barraca dele, tá, beleza, temos um combinado então.
Insta quebra a barraca e fica, né, velho?
É mais sorte que ele.
Eu não tenho visão de nada, mas vai que eu acho, cara.
Vai que.
Pronto, super bot aqui pra equipe da Tundra. Cara, a Luna é top patrimônio líquido do jogo. Não dá pra dizer que ela não tá tentando.
Não, ela tá crescendo. É só não é um jogo fácil pra Luna.
Se pegar a Mirotica, mais um pick-off. roxando aqui ao 1:50, eu acho que é o timing que a equipe da Tundra vai esperar no Game Pass. Espera esse roxão renascer, pega essa Regid, pega esse...
A não ser que consiga puxar uma briga antes, que tipo, eu não vejo a Tundra perdendo uma briga agora. Eu posso ter algum problema de visão, mas eu não vejo isso acontecendo.
Eu acho que não acontece não. Bem, nossa, conseguiu negar a ronda de DD. O Territory tava segurando pra alguém chegar, tipo o Skitter chegar de preferência, né? Mas aí a ilusão da Puck negou a parada.
Acho.
Era uma ilusão que ela tinha o quê? Numa ronda de ilusão, ok.
É um jogo muito bom pra Tundra. Last pick Keeper do Nine dói no peito. E acho que fez a build certo, né? Feito pra Warshid de primeiro, amplifica muito dano, tu consegue solar o DK provavelmente. O Toronto tá telando embaixo de uma torre, de uma Valcão, nossa, quase.
Nossa, quase, velho. Já tava chegando bem, né? Mas, assim, faltou range pra ele conseguir o pesadelo. Tava bem longe ainda do Snake King. O Chaos Knight não comprou fragmento de Aganin. Esse Roshan, caso eles consigam pegar, muito provavelmente, o fragmento é nele.
Aham. É, a Spirit tá bem ferrada. Tipo, a Luna sai crescendo, tipo, uma Luna grande assusta, mas... Eu não tenho certeza dessa matchup contra o CK com os dois com o mesmo patrimônio. Acho que não é boa, além de todos os controles, né, que a Tundra tem em DKD. Eu acho que o CK leva vantagem com os dois com o mesmo patrimônio.
E agora eles vão pra última T2 do jogo. Roshan nasce em 5, deve ser questão de quebrar essa T2 e voltar a Roshan. E concordo, cara. Eu acho que vai depender muito se a Luna não vai tomar aquela aproximada, né, do CK. Se ela conseguir se posicionar de um jeito onde ela só fica clicando e o Chaos Knight não chega nela, ok. Agora se o Chaos Knight consegue uma fenda, reduz essa armadura e desce-lhe porrada com os fantasmas, aí tem um mundo onde ela... Quer dizer, aí... A maioria dos mundos são esse, né, onde ela morre. O mundo vai realmente a Luna achar um posicionamento onde o Chaos Knight não chega perto dela.
E agora vai estar sendo feito.
Nossa, muito rápido. Olha a quantidade de unidade batendo nesse Roshan aí. Só tem um herói lá dentro.
É isso que o CK foi nerfado, é o dano da partida do Roshan. Que tinha aquele 1.5 vezes mais que dá em creep, não funciona mais no Roshan. Mas ainda assim, né? Ainda assim é um CK grande.
É isso, não tem mais dano adicional contra criaturas heróicas e Roshan, então... Bem, só a redução de armadura e a quantidade de unidade, fantasma e tudo mais já foi suficiente para garantir um Roshan rápido. Fragmento ficou realmente para ele, assim como a Égide do Imortal. Movimentação da equipe da Tundra e Arthur consegue dar TP para fora dali. Os 3 jogadores da Team Spirit que estavam aqui por baixo conseguiram fugir, cada um correndo pro seu lado.
E agora o Rubik tá lá fora, safe. É um cenário parecido com o primeiro jogo, não tão desesperador pra Spirit, né? Porque, tipo, a Luna não é um jogo tão ruim pra ela quanto era pra Ursa no primeiro jogo. Mas é aquele cenário, tipo, a gente tá ferrado, a gente tem que adiar o jogo e tem que conseguir puxar aquela tretinha. Tipo, dá pra Spirit ganhar uma treta aqui? Dá. Mas o Nine tem que morrer no começo da treta. Mas se o Nine não morre no começo da briga, eu não acho que a Spirit ganha uma briga.
Também não, cara. O Nine, repito, tá se posicionando muito bem. Olha a hora que tá, velho. Ele tá assim, confortável demais nesse jogo, só que agora ele tomou um baita dano na cabeça. Já perde metade da sua vida de produção é boa por parte da Puck. Acaba que ninguém morre na equipe da Tundra. E Atoro tenta trazer o dano pra cima do Skitter, mas vale lembrar, ele tem Égide do Imortal.
O Pugna fez o item, a Vlad upada. Tá com o Ard do Pugna mais essa Vlad upada, o dano do Cotton reduz bastante. Tá, na real existe um mundo onde a Spirit consegue ganhar uma luta sem matar o Cotton por causa disso. O dano do Cotton é bem reduzido por isso.
Exato. O Pugna já tem a sentinela anti-magia que traz 25% de redução de dano arcano, ou seja, dano de magias, no caso do Iluminar. E ainda tem o Pacto Espectral que agora
que é 30%.
30% de dano e aí de tudo, né? De todo...
Tá, existe um mundo. Eu acho que esse combo aqui pode fazer diferença pra Spirit ganhar. É, existe um mundo. Tá difícil aí no jogo, óbvio. Mas esse combinho é muito forte. Eu não tinha passado nesse combo com Pugna, mas é ridiculamente forte.
Segundo o Valve, contrariando o Gitrep, a chance da Team Spirit ganhar é de 3%, cara.
Tá, isso não existe. É 150%. 3% onde já se viu.
Da onde tiraram esse número? Baseado no quê, velho? Quais são as opções, né, velho?
Não, eu acho bizonho. Tipo, eu contesto esse valor, a galera fala, Guilherme não sabe matemática, aí vai lá, o time que tinha 3% e ganha. E aí, cadê o 3% se o time ganhou? Não existe isso, não faz sentido nenhum. Só não faz sentido.
Exato.
É sempre 50%, pô.
É sempre sim ou não. Às vezes o sim tá mais fácil do que o não.
Sim.
O não tá mais fácil do que o sim.
Mas ainda assim é 50%.
Eu sou muito fã dessa ideia, velho.
É, porque ela tá correta, tem que ser fã do correto.
É assim, você tá num estádio com 40 mil lugares. Qual a chance de você sentar na poltrona, na cadeira, no caso, 2.725? 50%?
Não, calma, aí temos outras contestações, né? Tu conhece? Tu tem alguma noção do posicionamento das cadeiras? Aí tem outras coisas que afetam, né? Se não tem noção nenhuma, aí beleza, 50%.
E se você for o primeiro a chegar no estádio e sabe onde é essa cadeira, 100% de chance.
Possivelmente.
Perfeito. Agora, se você chegou por último, não sabe nem onde fica a cadeira, a chance é bem baixa, né? Uns 50% baixo. Que doideira. Vamos parar com isso, porque o Dota tá comendo solto. E querem pegar a Puck. Nossa, condenar a mãozinha do condenar chegou a passar.
É difícil. É difícil, né? E agora a Puck de disco de elmo, tipo, o Cotton não pode mais só chegar, dar uma orquídea e a Puck morrer.
Ok. Tem que fazer essa itemização defensiva aí de disco de elmos pra trazer a dissipação do silêncio.
Agora tá contestando o 3%, né? Que é... Mas galera, vocês não estão preparados pra matemática de verdade. Vocês não estão preparados.
Até porque o 3% virou 2, tá? Agora.
É, e tipo... Ah, mas não era 0%, 3%. Isso não diz nada. Eu sei que tem uma treta no bot. Bom onde tá Puck.
Final dos sonhos, mas cadê o follow-up? Pelo visto, não.
Ah, tá.
E a Puck tá aqui, velho. Assim,
tem
correndo, tomou o Orquídea. Tomou o Orquídea que deve ser cancelado.
Não, esse item demorou. Demorou um pouquinho. Quase.
Tinha o disco de elmos pra dar uma moral ali e trazer dissipações, mas ele seria cancelado, o que daria uma situação bem legal pra equipe da punir a Puck.
É, Puck morta, tu sobe. A Luna faz uma Linkins agora, gosto da escolha. Gosto bastante da escolha, a BKB ganha bem mais valor.
E o Skitter é anulador, velho, pra evitar que o Mira seja chato com o decriptar.
E fumacinha. Let's go. Switch pra pegar algo. Não toca, não tá nem aí, já quebra essa fumaça. O Zequinho tá postando pra quebrar isso. Tem o... Calma,
vai pra cima do Bane, é muito dano. Uou, explodido, burstado ali pela equipe da Spirit.
Falcão roubado pelo Rubik, deu essa visão.
A equipe da Tundra, tranquila, serena, Exit do Imortal expirou sem ser utilizada, sem ser procada. Tá de boa. Já tem super na trilha do bot. Tentaram subir mid. Quer dizer, não tentaram subir mid, era mais o Skipper pulando o T3 e dane-se, né? Mas acaba não rolando nada de produtivo na trilha do meio. E olha só, a BKB ligada pelo colapso e bola de fogo colocada no chão. Não rola continuação da luta nem por parte da Tundra, nem por parte da Spirit. E fica nessa. A equipe da Tundra tá farmando bem mais mapa do que a Spirit. A Tundra tá de boa. Tipo assim, guys, cara, se isso aqui durar por 1 hora, a gente vai estar muito mais forte que eles, porque a gente farma 2, 3 vezes mais do que eles. A gente tem muito mais mapa pra farmar.
É, mas a Luna segue crescendo, tipo, o jogo tá longe de estar ganho pra Tundra. Eles têm vantagem com certeza, mas tá longe de estar ganho. E a Luna acho que tá timizando certo também, que facilita a vitória.
Transloca, não acha? O Skitter é o maluco da...
ele só vai. E, tipo, e é importante ter um cara assim pra exatamente proteger o Keeper, né? Que o Skitter se joga, aí toda a atenção da Spirit é no maluco. Enquanto o maluco tá se jogando, o caração fica lá atrás só metendo dano sem parar. Então, será que o Skitter realmente é maluco?
Será que é tudo bait? Os dois são?
Pode ser, é bem possível. Tipo, eu acho que é. Tipo, ele às vezes é um pouquinho longe demais, mas acho que é assim que tu joga tendo um Keeper pro time. Saksha, boa rotação. Boa reação.
Vai tirando rápido. brinca muito rapidamente.
E agora ele sabe que tem um ward ali.
E agora a iniciação do... Tá aí, ó.
Nossa, colapso sumiu.
Na maioria das vezes ele brinca e não acha nada, mas de vez em quando ele acha alguém. E achou o colapso, velho.
Só sumiu. Que isso, fi?
Fico um pouco em dúvida se precisava ter usado essa BKB, mas não tem
Precisava. Tá todo mundo atrás dele, tipo, ele provavelmente não morreria, o Skitter, mas talvez ele não conseguisse matar o colapso por causa disso. Só usa, garante abate e deu. DK é bem diferente do DK do jogo anterior, né? O colapso do jogo anterior não morria de jeito nenhum. Aqui foi puxado pelo secado e osso.
Era um DK satânico, ele estava com todos os fragmentos de restauradores que andava. Ou seja, 2 satânicos, 2 BKBs, 2 tudo. Nesse caso, esse DK é o pior board da partida. Inclusive, tem algum suporte na frente dele. O Doom.
Não surpreende, né? É um Doom.
É um Doom, perfeito.
Diga.
Comparando core com core.
Tá.
O Colapse tem 11.600 de patrimônio líquido, o Bushmaster tem quase 7.000 a mais, né? 18.500.
A vantagem de mapa é isso que acontece, né? Tipo, a Spirit tem a Luna farmando e deu. É o único que consegue conseguir crescendo. É que todo farm que tiver disponível vai ir pra Luna.
Então realmente botando todo o patrimônio disponível no mapa que a gente consegue alcançar na mão da Luna. Realmente botando toda a esperança de virada em um Yatoro fazendo uma luta sensacional. Proteção o Yatoro tem, né? Ele tem machado de link, um BKB, tem machado ilusório que pode ajudar com essa dissipação básica. Os suportes, tem machado de força em alguém? Não, mas tem um mira pra trazer, né, a drenagem reversa pra dar vida pro Yatoro, né?
Fumacinha da tundra, vai tentar atravessar o mapa? Aparentemente a gente vai. Tem o Falcão indo na frente, o Sack tá lutando todo mundo. Colapso é lá. O Sack não reagiu. Vamos fazer dele.
Protegendo o Doom, eu acho que ele ainda morre, hein? Que deve pra cima. Respondeu, o mira. Skitter, ultimamente na cabeça, ele demorou, liga.
Demorou, Skitter, que isso?
Demorou uma eternidade, ele não gostou nada.
Ele
acabou tomando stun, mas a maior parte do tempo ele tinha a possibilidade de ligar no cabelo. Eu acho que ele só tentou tancar.
Mas, isso,
cara,
Skitter?
não deu certo.
Não. Que isso, filho? Agora... Não, sabe aquele papo de talvez o Skitter seja opção? Não, ele é maluco mesmo.
Quando eu achava que ele não precisava ligar no cabelo, ele ligou, e agora que ele precisava, obviamente, ele acaba não ligando. E o Rocha tá vivo.
Os dois times sabem disso.
Ou
o Skitter tem recompra, mas ele não teve cabelo.
Ou o Skitter recompra, ou há grandes chances do Rochan ficar pra Team Spirit. E agora é mais uma iniciação, vai pra cima mais uma vez a equipe da Spirit, tentando mais uma kill. Colapse já não tem forma de dragão ancestral, vejamos a luta. E aqui o Vicil do pesadelo, mas ele é estourado. E vão pegar pelo Bushmaster, colocam ele no morrinho. Vai ter que dar PKBTT pra sair dali, certo? GU levanta o Toronto Tóquio, o Chan fica com metade da vida, tem ali o fogo pato, vai colocar 2 vezes em cima da Luna, mas consegue trazer o hit para equilibrar essa ultimate.
Pode condenar na Punk.
Condenar na Punk, tem o disco de Elms, mas é muito tempo de condenação ainda. Tem o Lunar passando, já era pra Punk.
Nice.
Não, hein? Olha o que tá fazendo o Mira, mas passa mais o Lunar.
Tem a compra.
Pronto. O Doom abatido, ele não tem como pagar. Aqui atrás pegaram o Mira.
Não, o Rocha deu beijo pro Baby.
Ele comprou. O Mira, se morrer, não tem mais buyback. Rolou até rugido punitivo na cabeça desse Pugna. Recompra da Punk, ela tá de volta. O jogo do nada fica tenso.
Fica. O Skitter zoou.
O Skitter, pede desculpa aí pra rapaziada, velho.
Já deve ter pedido. Ele é humilde.
Malzão, velho. Mas tá, a equipe da Tundra retoma as rédeas da parada. Não sei se é crítico.
Luna tem satânico.
Não, hein. Se tentar roxar, eu acho que é abuso. Vamos ver. Fogo Fato entrando, trazendo controle. Olha o Snake King, ele não tem ultimate, foi em cima dele, ele já recomprou. Se o Snake King morrer, dieback, colapse e Turnlock, esperando os sonhos, vem aqui por trás. Mais uma vez o Snake King tá morto. Mas o Skitter vira por cima do colapse. Colapse tem buyback, pode gastar. Pegaram o Funk? Ah, não, aí não pode. Triplo abate na mão do Skitter, dieback da Funk. O Yatoro vem pra troca franca com o CK, ela acaba perdendo. E
tá perdoado, Skitter.
Lá faz um tranquilo. Então,
tá perdoado, tá perdoado.
Valeu, Skitter. Jogar aí, fica à vontade, deixa tudo no chão mesmo. Eu vou aí atrás buscar pra você. Falou, TV3. Não se preocupa com isso, velho. Eu busco esse queijo, eu busco esse fragmento. É bom.
É o TV3 que mostrou a mensuradora nessa parte, né? Com isso controla a Punk, depois controla a Luna, tudo lindo. Nine insuportável, acabando com a vez do colapse. Ai.
Olha isso. Olha esse slow, velho.
É muita coisa.
E aí o Skitter já vem pra trilha do meio, ele que tem fantasma disponível. Mas vai só ele mesmo aqui quebrando essa torre. 60 segundos sem Puck, 60 segundos sem Luna. A equipe da Team Spirit ninguém tem recompra.
A Luna
não tem por gold, né, velho? Mas ela tinha que ter o máximo de item possível.
É aquela briga do all-in, tipo, se a Spirit ganha aquela briga, opa, temos um jogo. Né? Consegue pegar o Ice na Luna, o bicho vai ficar gigantesco e quem sabe. Acabou dando errado. Né? O Thunder tinha muito recurso, tinha recompra em todo mundo, tá na frente, então era mais fácil pra eles lutarem. E agora é Mega Creep. Pode finalizar o jogo se quiserem. Tipo, voltaram pela Mega Creep.
Se já tava muito difícil de virar o jogo contra a Mega Creep, por exemplo, parece impossível. Fugindo primitivo pra cima do Mira em situação delicadíssima. Cai o Pug na colapse, é obrigado a ligar do KB. A forma de dragão ancestral vai tentar comprar tempo pra volta da Luna e da Funk. A equipe da Tundra foca a última torre da equipe da Team Spirit, mas parece que dará Tundra na próxima fase da chave de cima. Que o White morre, mas ele tem as de do Imortal, deu tempo do Yatoro voltar e também deu tempo do Toronto Top. A equipe da Tundra vai tentando recuar. O Ancestral tá exposto, vejamos. Os sonhos quebrados.
Precisava?
Olha o Skitter
morrendo, olha o Skitter morrendo.
Pode ter dado uma chance da equipe da Team Spirit engatar.
Tem que voltar,
mas o disco de Elons broca. Ela vai tentar sair dali. Será que ela consegue? Tá sendo perseguida, anulador. E olha o hit.
Toma. Tá safe. Agora dá pra acabar.
Básico do Nine. 80 segundos sem puck. Tem tacando o Falcão na cabeça do DK. O Skitter vem pra cima. Ele voltou. Ele falou, pô, eu morri assim a última vez. Deixa eu.
O Skitter tá querendo muito entregar isso. Quer dizer, ele tem o queijo, né? Então ele não tá nem ele. Vai meter o corpinho. Tipo, agora é a abertura que ele sempre finalizar o jogo. Tem 2 ultimates do Beastmaster. Daqui a um minuto tem 3.
É, vai só esperando alguma onda de criatura chegar por ali. Alguma onda dar uma moral pra ele. Tacou faltando isso aí. É engage pra cima da Luna. Olha o dano do Skitter. Luna explodida. Tá no chão a recompra. Dessa vez foi recompra. Como pato no meio da confusão. Segurando o Yatoro. Trazendo potencial de engage. Luna tem satânico.
33 tem outro ultimate. Tem o fragmento lançador ali.
Aquela de Linkens quebrada. O Ancestral continua de pé. Perde ali apenas 1/4 de sua vida. Mais um fogo pato. Lá vem Saxa. Tem a Lâmina Infernal. O Skitter vem pra cima. Ele também é muito explodido. A vida da Luna tá quase igual. Liga o satânico e Yatoro, mas não tem como. E agora condenado o BK também tá morto. Sem nenhum dos 3 cores vivos. Fica difícil. E o GG é chamado. Mas nem precisa durar segundos. O Ancient é focado e destruído pela Tundra. 33-11, 44 minutos, 22 segundos e 38 minutos de gold a mais. A equipe da Tundra acaba tomando ali o revés no G2, mas no G3 foram tão absolutos quanto no G1. Não foi a Ursa. A Ursa veio Ursa e eles tomaram um. Eu vou olhar só os heróis que tinham. Não vou olhar qual foi exatamente. Eu quero ver quais heróis que tinham. Acho que sim. Porque eu lembro que a abertura foi de. Ó, cadê? É esse jogo aqui. Deixa eu dar
courier has been killed.
There you go.
Out of here.
Wait up. Nature attend us.
Dire structures are fortified. Down. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is in danger. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is in danger. Radiant should look to their bottom tower. Not quite as slow now. Dire should look to their middle tower. Radiant's top tower is in danger.
Come on, sprites.
More fuel for the fire.
Wait up.